says the Democrats' counterproposal is full of poison pills.
The ball is in Chuck Schumer's court. I hope he does the right thing. I hope he does not choose to shut the government down and inflict pain unnecessarily on the American people.
The House passed the Republican stopgap bill earlier today. Current funding runs out at the end of this month. Tributes to Charlie Kirk on Capitol Hill as the House and Senate pass resolutions in his honor. A unanimous vote in the Senate. In the House, more than 100 Democrats either voted no, present, or didn't vote. New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez calls Kirk's murder horrific and vile, but also criticizes the resolution honoring him.
His rhetoric and beliefs were ignorant, uneducated, and sought to disenfranchise millions of Americans.
House Majority Leader Steve Scalise.
It's a shame that that's where their party has moved. It's not where America is. I mean, my gosh, we've seen such an outpouring of love for Charlie, what he represented, the idea that we should be able to debate freely even when we disagree.
95 Democrats joined Republicans in favor of the resolution. America is listening to Fox News.
Summer is all about making memories, right? Backyard barbecues, road trips, maybe finally getting around to that hiking trail you've been eyeballing. But if you're living with pain, those future memories can be stolen from you. So here's a thought. Call 1-800-4RELIEF and try Relief Factor. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free daily supplement designed to help your body fight pain. It's a doctor-developed formula made from natural ingredients. Best part? Relief Factor doesn't mask pain. It helps reduce or even eliminate it for good. Whether it's kayaking, running around with the little ones, or just chilling in a hammock, Relief Factor can help you feel better, move better, and do more of the things you love all summer long. So if you're ready to reclaim your summer, head over to ReliefFactor.com or give them a call at 1-800-4RELIEF. Do it now and get their 3-week quick start for just $19.95. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF.
I was just humming along with the music there. Here we go. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood and Let Her Rip Friday. How's it going? It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, sports raconteur extraordinaire, and the mechanical mangler at our controls. That's Flounder. And it's Let Her Rip Friday. Anything goes on 106.3, the farm of Atlanta. Man, we'll talk about Charlie Kirk, and you just heard Ocasio Bang Bang Stupidio saying that she wished she could have killed him herself, I think, something like that. Anyway, so we'll do political stuff. We got the things. But I'm matey. This is a special day and for many reasons. And also, I missed yesterday, Cheeseburger Day, but we'll talk more about that. In the meantime, Pete Davis up in the mountains of Macon. I know we got a big weekend, got a lot of sports coming up, and really all I can say is Saturday! I don't know what I can say. Anyway, Pete Davis, what's new out there, sir? Oh, you got some kind of a space background. You on Mars there, or the moon, or something?
You
Mars
don't recognize
lander.
this?
Yes, the Mars lander, I think. I can't see.
No.
I can't see it. What is it?
That's LM5, the Eagle lunar module.
Lunar. Well, I said that was a Mars lunar thing. What's the difference? God.
That's an icon, baby.
That's not to me. That's not
That's the first man on the moon, for God's sake.
Oh, my God, relax. It's fine. The vehicle's one thing. The guys there, the footprint, stuff like that.
That's what got him there, and it's still there.
Well, then you better put it back. They're going to find that. You're on YouTube. Jeez. Hey, it's up to you. They're going to come knocking on your door, not mine, mister. Anyway.
They're going to have to bring one of these.
Oh, they have to get the whole full rocket package out there. Oh, my God, man. So what's up for the weekend? That you can, admit,
I'm happy to see you.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Hey, cheeseburgers.
Yes, that's
Pepsi,
right.
No Coke.
In fact, we're going to have the list there. I have a list here of America's best fast food cheeseburgers. Top 5 best fast food cheeseburgers in America. The top 5. We'll get to that in a minute. So what's anything exciting weekend plans? You got trivia stuff or whatever going up there?
There's a big concert tomorrow. Going to probably go check that out. And then a little cookout. Well, actually a big cookout afterwards with brisket.
Oh, my.
Wow. Brisket.
Well, those mountain people. And Flounder, Mrs. Flounder, the lovely Veronica, what's you got? Has she told you what you're doing yet?
We're going to the lake tomorrow.
Going to the lake.
So, nice weekend at the lake.
Do you guys have a boat, or I mean,
her brother does.
And is this like a party boat or a speedboat, or what?
That's not a speed. It's just your basic.
Party boat.
Yeah.
Not a party boat, but it's a boat.
Yeah.
It has an engine. It goes forward and backwards.
It's
not a pontoon boat. But
I got you. Well, that's what when I was boating back on everything. Wade No Offense and I shared a slip or nearby slips together. We were at Lake Allatoona, later Lake Lanier, and he had a party boat, one of those. What the hell you call? You just said it. Not tugboat. What do you call
it?
Pontoon boat. And I had a rather fast inboard outboard 700 horsepower speedboat that sat 8 or something. So we'd go and I had a Sea-Doo. Man, that was fun. I love those freaking Sea-Doos. I don't like the choppy water to go bounce because that hurts. I mean, if it's really choppy and stuff and you go boom, bada boom, bada boom, really it's not comfortable if you're a man anyway. Sorry. But with smooth, like early in the day or late in the night when nobody's out on the lake and stuff, just that water like glass and you can go 60 miles an hour. Oh, man, was that fun. God, was that fun. Anyway. Well, that was back. That was a whole other, time I got back when
you were a man.
I was a man back then. I was a man, and actually some ladies thought so. I must say. Of course, that's my memory. I can't think of anything offhand. Anyway, 307. Okay, now give her Pete and Flounder. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. And we have Pete's Tweets, and we have a game, and we have Holy Crap at Sports, and we have Flounder's Funnies, we have regular stuff and politics and all that thing, and it's a salute to people known as John Bauer and Mark Summers from Albany, Oregon Day. In 1995, they were in the middle of a racquetball game when one of the guy's smooth moves caused an injury, and the other one uttered "arg" in response to the pain. So they started talking to each other like pirates. And they decided to, because of an injury on a racquetball game. So they decided to make today an unofficial holiday they called Talk Like a Pirate Day. It was this guy Summers' ex-wife's birthday, so he thought the date would be easy to remember. It was only an inside joke at first, but these two guys called themselves Old Chum Bucket and Captain Slappy. I swear to God. Old Chum Bucket and Captain Slappy, until they sent a letter to a humor columnist that named Dave Barry. Dave Barry, this over 20 years ago, liked the idea so much he promoted it, and now Bauer and Summers point out the day isn't act like a pirate day or dress up like a pirate day. It's just day to say ahoy matey or ahoy me hearties to one another. At some point, talk like a pirate. So boys, ahoy me mateys. You got to love it. Anyway, 309, give her Pete and Flounder. And let's see. We got to Neil Borts at 4 o'clock today. Oh, and there are going to be a few things to talk about with him. One, a couple things he reminded me about free press and things like that. Also, he did his commentary on the FCC, and one of our lead stories today, when we get to talk about the Charlie Kirk business and the stuff what happened in Congress, is concerning the FCC and whether certain groups are saying we should just get rid of it. Open up everything. The times are different, and the laws don't correspond with the modern technology of streaming and cable and, satellite stuff and things like that. Anyway, so we'll talk about it with Neil. And also, Texas Tech. Now he went to Texas A&M, as I recall. Didn't Borts? Didn't Borts go to Texas A&M?
Yes, he did.
Okay, but Texas Tech had the story of the teacher, the Texas Tech president quit.
No, A&M.
That's not right? Huh?
A&M's president quit.
I thought it was Texas Tech.
That's why I mentioned Neil's name, because it was Texas A&M, unless they got the name wrong.
Hold on.
The first story I saw was Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. Did I say Texas Tech? Oh, God, I'm such an idiot.
You did. There's Red Raiders are a lot different than Aggies.
No, that's I'm an idiot. I don't know why I wrote that. I must have mistakenly think. Yeah, Texas A&M, of course. That's where Neil Borts went. They had ROTC back then, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so we'll talk to him about what happened there. The guy quit because of a thing about gender, and the professor went. Then they fired the professor and some other people. Anyway, it's kind of a thing. What else? Let's see. We got. We got memes and tweets, and also the latest meme from James Woods. I know you like to quote him a lot, Pete, and I do too. Whenever he pops up, of course, I don't go on social media very much. Did you see the latest thing from James Woods? I don't know whether you. It might here. Oh, come on, here it is. James Woods. People were reacting to the liberals saying that Kimmy Pimple, the talk show host, got fired or suspended because they violated his free speech and censorship, stuff like that, which is nonsense. It was not a question of free speech. It was a question of free enterprise. He did something stupid his bosses didn't want him to do, and they said, if you do it, you can't do it again. And he said, I'm going to do it again, so they said, you can't go on. So that, that's the way the system works. If I say something stupid and my boss says you can't do that, and I say, oh yeah, and he says, well, you're gone. I mean, that's his right. So some of the reaction to what's going on with the liberals I thought was pretty funny with James Woods, who said, we've all made jokes at Jimmy Kimmel's expense, but Mr. Kimmel is a fellow artist, and I am in fact heartbroken to see the way that he has been treated. I believe he is, in his heart of hearts, a good and decent fellow, devoid of malice and hate. Just kidding, Jimbo. Eat schmarf. James Woods. Thank you very much. And one more. When somebody reacting to Barack Hussein Putty Tap, who said that nothing ever bad like this happened in his administration. He would never turn the federal government or the DOJ or the FBI against anybody outside the government, for sure. Well, Roseanne Barr writes, hey, Putty Tap, remember when you and your wife called Bob Iger to have me fired? And one more. I got about 10 tweets on this. These are the same people, the liberals, who canceled Roseanne, Dave Chappelle, Kill Tony, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Shane Gillis, Gina Carano, Hulk Hogan, Russell Brand, Tim Allen, J.K. Rowling, Kid Rock, and so many more. They also shot Trump and Charlie, and now we're supposed to feel bad for Jimmy Kimmel because his boss fired him? Oh, my God. These people are out of their minds. It's free enterprise, not free speech. Nobody canceled him for his speech. He can still speak all he wants, and he wasn't arrested for talking. I mean, please, anyway.
Someone had the same list you did with maybe a couple others, but at the end it said, accountability only ever goes one way. The left has spent the last decade perfecting cancel culture, destroying jobs, nuking shows, wiping platforms off the internet, and laughing while people's lives are ruined. But sure, Jimmy Kimmel smugly lying about a political assassination, totally fine.
Just the other day, we talked about when I was a kid, hell, it was in the 70s even, the TV stations used to have editorial directors. Remember, we had them, Elmo Ellis was the guy I worked for in 1972 who did commentaries for the radio station here in town. The TV stations all had their TV commentators. That's the kind of stuff those people should be on TV every night at the end, near the end of the broadcast, saying, and now our general manager with his personal opinion, boom, and say things like that. I mean, it's astounding. If America had heard things like this for the last 10 years, we'd be a different country.
Yeah.
None of this would have happened.
Because the adults left the room.
That's right.
It was, Atlas Shrugged. They said, screw this.
Right.
No one's listening.
Right. And in fact, the guys right before us, Duck and Tweaky, they had some girl on. I forgot her name. And she had some girl on, and I love her. I love her voice. God, she was great. And she's a mother, and they were talking about, what do you tell your kids, stuff like that. And she said, everybody says, well, boy, when your kids go to college, it's over. You've lost them forever and stuff like that. She said, wait a minute. Talk to your kids and use actual words to tell them what you believe. Tell your children what you believe in words. Say the words out loud so that they know. They know exactly before they go get brainwashed.
Human nature is those kids will listen, then they'll go through the rebellious phase, right. And then at some point they'll wake up and go, oh my God, they were right.
And like when I was 15, I'll go to some girl's house for dinner or something. I'd stand when she goes in the room. I'd say, thank you very much, ma'am. It's a wonderful dinner. I mean, you hold out her chair. I mean, you remember. When you need to, you remember these things. Anyway, all right. 3:15 already. Holy cow. How you doing? Everybody all right? It's a beautiful Friday, hot and steamy. Braves are still out of town. I think their last road trip, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Detroit.
Yeah, poor babies.
How'd you like here in Detroit?
I got it.
On the road.
All right, it's 3:15 already. Kimmer Payne Flounder, 404-741-1230 if you want to join us. Come on, it's Friday. What do you think? Look out.
love listening to Extra all week? Make sure you're here this weekend for even more great local shows from across the community. The All Four Seasons Home Show, Ben Burnett, Janelle King, Back Your Blue, and so many more. Listen to them this weekend or anytime on the all-new Extra 106.3 app.
Hey, we got your backyard all set to go, putting in a deck or a lawn and stuff like that. Stovall and Company, the third-generation family business, wholesale landscape supply stuff, and I mean, they got it all. And the good news is, and I hate to say this because it happens once in a while, if you need something particular, builders, contractors put stuff in that backyard, and they don't have it, they'll tell you where else to get it, even if they lose the sale. I mean, you got to love people like this. And by the way, if you're doing things outside like a fireplace or an outdoor kitchen, stuff like that, need some, concrete or other sprinkler and irrigation stuff, they've got it all. And if you need it now, it's probably on the way. Look them up, StovallInc.com.
Hey, it's Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Kawasaki. As sports season heats up, make sure your equipment runs like a pro with genuine Kawasaki parts from Howard Brothers. Whether you're tuning your outdoor gear, putting on new blades, or swapping out filters, Kawasaki parts deliver the performance and reliability you need to stay ahead of the game. This season, keep your machines running strong with Kawasaki parts, because in the game of maintenance, quality parts make all the difference. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Kawasaki and Howard Brothers.
Here today with Evan Ward from Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know you've been quite busy in the office these days. So let's talk about some of the things folks are calling you most about here lately.
Well, Kevin, the biggest thing people are really talking about right now is retirement. And I look at retirement as a journey, not a destination. The goal of almost everybody out there is to grow and preserve a tax-efficient portfolio so they can actually enjoy their retirement. And that's why I partnered with Market Guard. I get a lot of the same questions. Evan, when do I sell? When do I hold? And if I sold, when do I get back into the market? In my opinion, that's market timing. And in my experience, market timing, it can be quite confusing. And we have to look at it and allow the math to do the work.
Everybody has a different appetite for risk. So where does Market Guard fit in?
Well, if you want asset preservation and you don't want it to go down due to market volatility, we have portfolios that are designed for this. But if you want to participate in those larger markets, Market Guard can also offer more stock and aggressive portfolios for those that are looking for that kind of strategy. And here's what I propose for our listeners today. For the next 10 callers, we're going to do a Market Guard portfolio comparison, side by side with what you're currently doing, and we'll show you how your 401k and other investments are doing. And we'll make recommendations, and then you can see the difference between Market Guard and what it can do for your portfolio. After that, you decide if you want us to do a complete retirement plan. So give us a call today at 678-736-7799 and ask for your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison.
Again, call Evan Ward with Atlas Retirement. That number, folks, 678-736-7799, and you can pick up your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison. That's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
If you've been waiting for the right time to make the switch to electric, this is it. At Jim Ellis Chevrolet, limited time incentives on select EVs are here now, but only through September 30th, 2025.
That means if you've had your eye on an electric car, this could be your last chance to save thousands of dollars.
Whether it's the all-new Chevy Blazer EV, the powerful Silverado EV, or something in between, now's the time to plug in and move forward.
Plus, at Jim Ellis Chevrolet, we make the switch easy with expert guidance, flexible financing, and a friendly team ready to help you every step of the way.
Don't wait. Visit Jim Ellis Chevrolet today or head to JimEllisChevrolet.com to find out more. But hurry, these savings disappear after September 30th. Jim Ellis Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
I realize there are many choices when it comes to who you choose for your cell phone service, and there are new ones popping up all the time. But here is the truth. There is only one that boldly stands in the gap for every American that believes that freedom is worth fighting for, and that is Patriot Mobile. Not only are they leading the way in the new economy, but Patriot Mobile also outgains the competition when it comes to technology. Patriot Mobile is one of the only carriers with access to all 3 major U.S. networks. That means exceptional nationwide coverage, along with the ability to have multiple numbers on different networks on a single smartphone. This is a game changer. They also offer unlimited data plans, mobile hotspots, international roaming, internet backup, and so much more. Switching is now easier than ever. Activate in minutes from the comfort of your own home. You can keep your number, keep your phone, or upgrade. It's time to make the switch today. Go to patriotmobile.com/Beck or call 972-PATRIOT. Use the promo code Beck for a free month of service. patriotmobile.com/Beck, 972-PATRIOT.
What's going on in there? Yeah, look out. There we go. 321. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's your Friday? George Michael. That was Friday action going for a while there on this day in 2008. Mr. Michael was caught in a public toilet in the Hampstead Heath area of London, yes. He was doing something in there, and the cops found him with Class A and Class C drugs. George Michael was taken to the local POPO station, and they said, this is controlled substance, mister, and we're cautioning you officially that you should not be doing stuff like this, and by golly, if you keep doing it, we're putting a letter in your permanent file, and let him go. Well, strong warning's enough to turn a man around. See the light there. You give him a little shot in the throat when he left the, just saw something there, a little poke in the thing there, or I don't know. And now your birthday list. What an idiot. I'm such an idiot. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. I really don't. I don't know what I'm doing or where anything is or anything.
Can I tell a story?
Yeah, please.
Okay, it's San Diego.
Yeah.
And there's parks in San Diego with little ravines and places you can walk around and everything.
San Diego's a beautiful city.
It is beautiful. I was walking around with that girlfriend of my time there. We're walking around, and we turned a corner, and there, down there, with some picnic tables near a men's bathroom, was one of our coworkers at the record and video store. And we stupidly started yelling his name. Hey, hey, there's so-and-so. Hey, let's go see so-and-so. And the closer we got, it dawned on both us at the same time why he was there.
He was not really.
And he turned red. I won't say his name. He turned red with embarrassment. And we're sitting there going, oh, gee, it's quite
wow.
fancy running into you here.
Oh, my.
That was a little awkward at work for the next few weeks. How stupid and naive.
I could see that would be very bad. Yeah, so my goodness. 323, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And let's see. Well, I'll do a little birthday list here. This kind of reminds me of the old days. Flounder, have you ever heard the name of the actor Randolph Mantooth?
No, I have not.
Pete Davis, you probably know that name. Yeah, you know that name.
Emergency.
Wasn't that the theme song? What was the theme song for TV show
that
Emergency?
Was exactly it.
That was exactly
note for note. That was it.
And this guy, Randolph Mantooth, was a paramedic named John Gage on the TV series Emergency. He's 80 years old today. His extremely masculine last name, Mantooth, was most likely Will Ferrell's inspiration for having Vince Vaughn have an Anchorman character named Wes Mantooth. Obviously, for that we assume. I can't really be. And he was. I assume, was he a Native American? I think he probably was, wasn't he? Or do we not know that?
He looked like George Harrison.
Yeah, he did. Had that black kind of that, like that Apache. Had a little Apache in there himself. Not like the Sioux. My heritage. I was many years ago. I was 5 generations ago. I was a Sioux warrior. But we have the Peterson blue eye thing is going there too, so that shouldn't count. But I think he was probably like an Apache or something. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, just history thing for you there. And how about a little TV show history? And then we'll talk about some actual news stuff. Don't forget, Neil Borts joining us at 4:00, and we got a lot of things to ask him about here, including stuff in the news right now, including Texas A&M. And on this day in 1970. Mary Tyler Moore was on the star of her own show when it began as the Mary Tyler Moore Show. As it got older, it became more of an ensemble comedy. Though CBS comedy focused a lot on Mary Richards' private life, a good portion of each episode took place in the MJM TV studio in Minneapolis, Mary Richards' first day on the job in 1970. Created by James Brooks and Alan Burns, The Mary Tyler Moore Show had Mary Tyler Moore, Ed Asner, Valerie Harper, Gavin MacLeod, Ted Knight, Cloris Leachman, Georgia Engel, and later Betty White. Didn't Georgia Engel marry? Oh crap! What's his name? Ted Knight. I think they were married.
No, the character.
Oh no, I mean, but I didn't she? Wasn't she really married to Ted Knight?
I don't think so.
Well, I could be wrong. I don't remember. I should have looked this up. Betty White. Betty White was a star, as far as I'm concerned. She was horny and cuckoo. It was a 7-year run, numerous Emmy Awards, Outstanding Comedy Series, lead actress, Mary Tyler Moore, 3 or 4 times Actress of the Year, Golden Globes. It ranked the episode Chuckles Bites the Dust, the #1 greatest episode of all time. Remember that one at the funeral? And Mary Tyler Moore couldn't stop laughing. And then they looked at her and they confronted her. She's bawling like a baby. I mean, it was, that was a great show. I really have to say it was a great show. Yeah.
Ted Knight married Dorothy Smith. They had 3 children.
Oh, okay. Well, who was I thinking of? I don't know. I was thinking.
Well, on the show they got married.
Yeah, I guess that was it. That's what I'm thinking of. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Anyway, spin-offs included Rhoda, Phyllis, and Lou Grant.
Lou.
Among other things, Lou. Yeah, Mary, you've got spunk. Oh, Lou, I hate spunk. Sorry. Pretty interesting show, I got to say. All right, 327, a couple of quick updates, and we'll do a little thing here. For the record, the Senate has unanimously passed the tribute to Charlie Kirk. Unanimously. And the House... Well, in fact, we'll do just a quick thing on the House. The House passed it, but almost 60 Democrats said no. A lot of them voted present. Even some Republicans caved in. And apparently Ocasio Bangbango Stupidio smeared Charlie Kirk, saying, I don't know exactly, she's glad he's dead, he's going to roast in hell or something like that. And she said back when she was a dancer, she never would have given him a lap dance. I think, here's right now. She's never would have had sex with Charlie because he's not
His
her
rhetoric
type.
and beliefs were ignorant, uneducated, and sought to disenfranchise millions of Americans.
She's smearing the guy.
From the working tirelessly to promote unity, unquote, asserted by the majority in this resolution.
In Congress. She's smearing him in Congress. That's fine. She's smearing him in Congress on the day they're sending him tribute, which, by the way, passed unanimously in the Senate. I mean, what a snake.
Yeah. She called him ignorant, uneducated. She went to Boston University, and she's still a moron.
Yeah. And, of course, now she's the new thing. Her name is popping up as the new ticket runner.
Can you imagine that debate between her and J.D. Vance?
Oh, my God. Well, I'll tell you what, J.D. Vance...
She'll get destroyed.
I am so... Every
Jane,
time...
you ignorant... We should pull that up as the debate preview.
Exactly. This is going to be great. Oh, mercy. Anyway, my phone's dinging. Are you guys getting as many of these freaking voting things as I am? And it's every stinking second. A special election alert. Yeah, report junk and delete. Thank you. Sorry, folks. I got it real low. I'm just, in case you guys are contacting me, but it's still dinging.
Got it on down low, dude?
I got it on down low. I got it on old down low. Let's see. Okay, quick thing. We'll do newsy stuff coming up. I don't feel like we're going to salute a quick thinking doggy. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Let me do that now because we're coming over to break. I just think this is the cutest story, and we should all get dogs. I wish I could be having the thing. Anyway. A quick-thinking dog is the hero of some video from Aurora, Illinois the other day when first responders saw flames spewing out of the back of a house. They rushed inside, broke in to find if anybody was trapped. Harrowing video released by the fire department and the police shows an officer, Michael Ely, busting down the front door, going room to room, looking through the smoke-filled empty house, and alarms are blaring. He finally finds Oakley, a 4-year-old American Staffordshire Terrier, behind a pet gate.
The officer took down the gate, reached for Oakley's collar, but the brave puppy said no, and bolted down the hallway, stopped, looked back to get the cop. The cop ran down the hallway, stopped to get the cop again. Cop followed him down. Sure enough, the clever pooch was a rescue dog adopted by a local organization called Players for Pits, led the officer into the kitchen where his leash hung by the back door. And then the dog sat there by the door as the officer took the leash and put it on his collar, said, "Good boy," and out they went outside to the front. I mean, this is the damnedest thing. That dog said, no, we got to use the leash. Nobody was hurt. Nobody was in there. It started in the attic. And, what the hell was that? Was that me? Did I do something bad?
That was me.
Oh, my God. Anyway, in my headphones, I sounded like a foghorn from a ship was coming in the hallway or something. Anyway, good doggy indeed. But can you imagine a rescue dog? I mean, obviously, anyway, but what a sweet story. He said, no, let's go get my leash first. And anyway, the owners were not there, thankfully, but the dog is okay. All right, anyway, 3:31 already. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How's your Friday? Let us know if you feel like it. We got a lot coming up here for a letter rip. Anything goes. 106.3.
Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Glenn Beck until noon. Clay and Buck from noon to 3. And the Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. Plus Jesse Kelly from 6 to 9. And Jimmy Vela from 9 to midnight. The voices you need all day with a conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
This fall, the gridiron calls, which means you'll be road tripping to games across the South, and you'll need a reliable ride to get you there. And Subaru of Gwinnett has the vehicle for you. But a new car, truck, or SUV from Subaru of Gwinnett is about way more than just getting to the games. It's about getting the family home. It's about getting to work safely, but it's also about getting the most out of every adventure. If you're driven by an adventurous heart, the 2025 Subaru Outback shares your spirit with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon. Or maybe it's the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. It holds the road with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, and it holds everything you need for the tailgate. And no matter where adventure takes you, it starts on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth with the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. They'll help you find the Subaru that you'll love and be there every step of the way for everything you need. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com and let your adventurous mind run wild. Then stop in for a test drive on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth.
Fall is here, football is back, and so is the perfect time to celebrate with something unforgettable. From September 15th through the 21st, enjoy up to 60% off all bridal and fine jewelry in store during our big Percentage Week sale. As proud partners of the Georgia Bulldogs and Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, we know what it means to shine on game day and every day. But hurry, once an item is gone, it's gone. Visit any of our 3 locations, Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg, or book your private appointment now at SolomonBrothers.com for the best selection and service. Family owned, trusted for generations, and home to Georgia's largest selection of fine jewelry. Solomon Brothers Jewelers. Luxury, value, legacy. We will run out of the hottest items. Do book your appointment early and don't miss the Percentage Week, September 15th through 21st only. Solomon Brothers, where Georgia celebrates luxury, value, and legacy.
Hey Atlanta Braves fans, this is Kelly Kroll asking you to step up to the plate for the men and women who have served our country and protected our freedom. The Warrior Alliance, an official community partner of the Atlanta Braves and the Atlanta Braves Foundation, is helping thousands of veterans to achieve success after military service. Either you or someone you know has served and deserves our support. The best way to say thank you for your service is by helping a veteran round the bases on their journey home. Donate today at warrioralliance.org.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. Okay, you're driving along. Suddenly you hear that horrible sound of metal and crunching. It's an accident. Even if it's a little minor fender bender, man, that could be a nightmare. First, obviously, take care of yourself. But before you make a deal with an insurance company or anybody else, call David Van Sant with Van Sant Law. You know why? Because he used to work for the insurance company, so he knows how to get the right settlement and right away. Van Sant Law. Don't forget, if you don't get paid, they don't get paid. Protecting your interests. Insurance is great, but it's complicated. 855-GA-INJURY or vansantlaw.com.
Pete Davis here. Football Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. And the best part, you can play right now here in Georgia. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, passing yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. And you can start with as little as $1. I play too. This season, I'm looking at Michael Penix Jr. to go higher on touchdown projections and Drake London to go higher on receiving yards. It's simple, it's fun, and it keeps me locked into every play. Download the app today and sign up with promo code 1063 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code 1063. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog, and you can be next. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Georgia. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
XTRA 106.3 personalities aren't afraid to tell it like it is.
Without Donald Trump, nothing that's going on would be happening right now. Donald Trump is changing the world.
And you'll never hear us spew that violent rhetoric from the left. So don't be afraid to tell it like it is. Because we're happy to have you as part of the XTRA community.
I particularly like Donald Trump's actions in getting illegal aliens the hell out of this country.
XTRA 106.3 and the XTRA app.
Yeah, get on up or get off of that thing. I always get those confused. They're supposed to get off that thing or get down on that thing. That guy. I know nothing. James Brown, mercy. 2002, this was the day James Brown was sued by his own daughters for more than like $800,000 for song royalties they said they were owed by their own father. Deanna Brown Thomas and Dr. Yama Brown Lamar, a Texas physician, said James Brown withheld royalties on 25 co-written songs because of a family grudge. They claimed that James Brown had held a grudge against his daughter since '98 when Mrs. Thomas had her father committed to a psychiatric hospital to be treated for his addiction to painkillers. And he didn't appreciate it. So he cut him out of that thing there with a thing there. There we go. All right, 3:38. Cover Pete Flounder. Our birthday list includes Jimmy Fallon, 51. Tonight Show host says here can never keep a straight face. I don't know. I've never really, he always seemed fairly harmless. Has he been, I've really paid attention. Pete disappeared. Is Pete gone or is he still around? His picture's gone. Well, I think he's slipping in and out. Oh, my God, he looks like he's taking off his clothes. Oh, no, there you go. It's slipping in. Are you all right over there? Mountains of Macon?
I just spilled a whole glass of Gatorade on the floor. So I'm
that's fun to do. I can relate to that. Anyway, cover Pete and Flounder, 3:38. And, did I do it? I did it. Yeah. Jimmy Fallon. Has he been involved in all this? Has he been nuts about Charlie Kirk and
I haven't heard Fallon say one thing, has he?
I don't remember. I don't think so. So it couldn't be too important what's going on with his life anyway. All right.
But you know what's great? I have no problem with Kimmel saying what he's doing and AOC saying what she's doing because now we know exactly where they stand. Yeah. We know they are the enemy, that they are on the other side, and we know we can take steps to defeat them.
Yeah, the AOC comments, she pretends to say, well, we should condemn violence on you, that they're all saying. But she actually just smeared him. I mean, she just smeared him. Said he represents, these horrible things and ideas. It was a motion to honor him, honored Charlie Kirk and what he stood for, and she took the opportunity in the House of Representatives on the floor of Congress to smear him in that vicious, violent, hate-filled rhetoric, which the Democrats are famous for.
And here it continues. I mean, it's just it's like going to a funeral and saying, well, the little bastard really didn't have a lot of friends anyway. I don't know what I'm doing here. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, just the bad taste. How about just common decency? I mean, seriously.
They have none.
I mean, if you're on the floor of Congress and they're voting about, honoring a man, the resolution to honor the man, which, by the way, again, passed unanimously in the Senate, which is remarkable as far as I'm concerned. If you want to bash what Charlie Kirk you believe he stood for, fine, do it outside the floor of Congress after the resolution and talk to the media. You can say anything. Make sure she had the right to say it on the floor of Congress, but it was wrong. It's like you don't eat a bean breakfast and then go to church and cut the cheese all morning just to say you felt like it. I mean, it's just wrong. It's not illegal, but it's just offensive. I mean, talk to the media, say how much you hated Charlie Kirk, but not when you're talking about a resolution to honor him. God, he's some freaking snot. I mean, again, she's an out-of-work dancer, and I think she also said she never would have given him a lap dance. That he would. She does have standards. When she used to give lap dances in the bars and stuff, that she would never give one to a guy like Charlie Kirk. So she does have AOC Ocasio Bang Stupidio says she does have her standards. So that was good to hear. Again, this woman was a dancer and an actress. She has been in teeny things, including little dance videos and stuff, and then she had to support herself to make ends meet as a bartender, and that's how she became a congresswoman. Passed an audition they were looking for somebody, and they thought, boy, you'd be great, you look great on TV, and you can talk, and so here we go. And she primaried out the old guy who'd been there for 150 years. That's a true story. I'm not making that up. Anyway, all right, Kimber Pete Flounder 341. All righty. By the way, Pete, you're going to love this. I know you love this story. In Britain, again, this is right before Donald Trump was about to go to Britain just the other day and just got back. An American woman named Deborah Anderson, she's an American citizen living in Britain, living in a town called Slough, or Slough, I don't know how it's pronounced, Slough, England. And she got a knock on the door recently by some police officers, confronted by the cops at her home over something she had passed along on Facebook. She shared the presence of a group called the Free Speech Union on Facebook. A cop shows up and says, you had left a threatening Facebook post and reported to police. And knocked on her. She said, well, you can come in, but you better have a damn good reason you're being here. I'm a member, she said, of the Free Speech Union. I'm an American citizen. I'll have Elon Musk on you so quickly your feet won't touch the ground. Okie dokie. And the cop said there's a new law went into effect called the Online Safety Act in Britain. It's meant to target harmful content online, violence and pornographic stuff, but the critics allow police to go through and stifle free speech. Here's what happened. This cop from the Valley Police Department didn't tell her the contents of her offensive post, only that it had upset somebody. And she said, wait a minute, you're here because somebody got upset? Is it against the law? Am I being arrested? The guy replied, well, you're not under arrest, but you have to apologize. And she said, I'm not apologizing. Can you imagine a cop coming to your door and saying, well, you offended somebody. I don't even know what's in there, but you offended somebody, so you're going to have to apologize. And she said, kiss my foot. I'm not apologizing to anybody. And she said, I can tell you that for sure. The cop said, if you don't, you're going to have to be taken in for an interview. And this British woman, American citizen, said, are there no houses been burglarized? No rapes, no murders? Why, nothing to investigate at all? I'm a cancer patient, she said. You can see that because I'm bald. I'm a woman living on my own who has never broken a law in my life. And so this sort of went public over there, and so the cops apparently no arrests were made and no further action was taken. But as it turns out, now apparently this happened right before Donald Trump was going to England, and so now these comments are from British citizens who have had it up to here with the way they're treating people in Europe, and they're saying the biggest voice championing free speech in Britain is Donald Trump. The free speech comments from the American White House have caused great concern in Britain. The officials in government do not believe there's a free speech crisis in the UK, despite evidence overwhelming to the contrary. But this recent legislation, as the Online Safety Act, has put the ministers of Britain on the back foot. Now, seriously, what would you do if a cop came to your door and said, well, you offended somebody on Facebook, so you're going to have to come downtown to apologize? Now, again, I don't even... I shouldn't even...
produce a gun.
I shouldn't even ask the question because I don't want us to be thinking about what we do to a cop. The cops would never do that here in America. I don't know. I can't imagine one single police officer who would be told in the morning meeting, by the way, we got to go represent Facebook concerns and go knock on doors to complain about it. I'd say, I guarantee you there's not one cop in America would say, okay, be right you are. Well, probably now. I mean, probably in Portland and Seattle, I'm sure that's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's California, the West Coast. Yeah, there are.
Yeah. Oh, God. I mean, isn't it, I can't even. I don't even think of it. I don't ever think negative
Not
thoughts
where
about
I live.
cops. Yeah,
that's for sure.
Oh, Lordy. I mean, but still, even the fact that we're talking about, and this is a true story. This isn't like a.
It has to be pointed out to everybody. Following orders is no longer an excuse.
Yeah.
Since Nuremberg, it's not an excuse. I was just following orders.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
And these leftists are really asking for it. There's a current, there's a flow going on from Europe and Britain and Canada. And the leftists in America, they're still doubling down, mocking Charlie Kirk at his memorial resolution in Congress. These people have no souls.
They're demonic.
I mean, they have a blackness in their heart.
Well, they should. The psychoanalysts say and the psychiatrists say the great majority of their patients are liberal.
Yeah.
The great majority of them.
Yeah. 3:46. All right, how you doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hey, it's weekend, baby. Look out. Borts coming up at 4.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the XTRA 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have XTRA's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new XTRA 106.3 app now and start streaming.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Hey, it's Los. We're here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, I've learned a lot about this car buying process from you. Is that typical of most of the clients you've worked with?
Yeah, I'm finding out it's even more typical. I mean, people are learning more and more, and maybe it's because I overload them with information because I want to be able to sleep at night. I want to make sure you know everything.
Do I have to have a particular make and model in mind when I call you, or is it just open to anything I want?
It's open. I can get any make, any year, any model.
I might be looking to trade in my vehicle. Can you accommodate that as the honest car guy?
For sure. I mean, we love it when people want to trade in cars because, honestly, it's best for you to trade in the car. Why? Because you get a tax savings.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the honest car guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Oh no, what is that sound?
It's our rejection detection system. It's showing that several men across Georgia are being denied intimacy by their partners due to ED.
How can this be?
Well, it's more common than you think. As men age, their bodies change. And unfortunately, once they get over 50, some things don't work like they used to.
So what do we do?
There's only one thing to do. We need to get them to Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He can fix ED problems.
But how?
At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, they are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, and Trimex to create an erection and more.
Hi, this is Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 struggle with some form of ED? Guys, it won't get better on its own. When it's not hard, it's really hard. But I can help you today. Call us at Total Body Therapy of Georgia at 404-777-1911 or learn more about us online at tbtofga.com.
So the outside of your house is getting a little ugly, kind of like the outside of the camera, I know. Well, here you go, Peach State Windows. I worked with Jeff, the owner, and his wife 25 years ago. Family business. She'll probably answer the phone. Energy Star, double hung vinyl windows, perfect fit. Or siding, holy cow, all the top brands like Hardy Plank that I got 25 years ago. Sales to fit your budget, Peach State Windows. Sure, but so much more than windows too. Entry doors, roof issues, they'll take care of all that stuff. 770-485-8011, peachstatewindows.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Naughty little Martha McFabulous has got looking like she just came out of the dance floor and a couple of drinks in her. Hey, I'll give you a ride. Look out. Can't believe that woman's in her 60s. She looks 38. Martha McCallum on Fox, they're talking about the Charlie Kirk thing and all this stuff. So we got more coming. First of all, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? Happy Letter Up Friday. Neil Borts joining us 4 o'clock. On this day, 1993, Pearl Jam released their second album, VS or V's or Vis or Verses or something. VS, I don't know what that means. The album set the record for the most copies of an album sold in its first week. Pearl Jam, 93. More records than anybody else in the first week, held the record for 5 years, even though Pearl Jam refused to do any music videos for any of the singles, which was pretty weird, 93. Anyway, let's see. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, and our birthday list includes Bill Medley of the Righteous Brothers. And this is kind of cool. 3 of their top songs are movie-related. Everybody knows Unchained Melody from Ghost. You've Lost That Loving Feeling from Top Gun. Jennifer Warren's duet, I've Had the Time of My Life from Dirty Dancing. Righteous Brothers, 3 major movie hits and songs as well. And Bill Medley is 85 years old today. And on this day in history in 1827, Jim Bowie shows what his knife can really do along the sandbar near the eastern shore of the Mississippi River. And a version of his Bowie knife where he actually was in a duel after an all-out brawl and disembowels a banker. Yes, a Louisiana banker had a fight with Jim Bowie. The actual inventor of the knife, though, was probably his brother, Resin Bowie, who came up with the design after he was almost killed in a knife fight. Turns out back in that day, knife fights are very popular and more often used than guns in dueling, and they did it a lot. There are a lot of violent duels, not uncommon at all. In the early 19th century, frontiersmen liked their knives, and Bowie invented such a nasty-looking thing, the sight of it probably discouraged many of his robbers and attackers. It was like a 15-inch blade, sharpened on one side, a curved tip, A point on both sides. A double-edged tip made it an effective stabbing weapon. The dull edge with a brass hand guard allowed you to slide a hand down over the blade as needed. Close quarter fighting, the weapon of choice for Westerners before the reliable rapid-fire revolver in the Civil War period. Again, this was in 1827. Yes, indeed. 354. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How's it going? We got Neil Borts at 4 o'clock. We're going to ask him how he feels about this Texas A&M thing. This was okay. Now they don't. The story I have here today is that the president of Texas A&M has quit. He's either quit or retired or resigned, whatever. He's gone. He left. He's stepping down because of what happened in the reaction to a classroom video that showed a student objecting to a literature children's book type lesson about gender. And as I recall, they didn't do much of a follow-up in the story, but wasn't that where the student said, wait a minute, are we supposed to be talking about, didn't Donald Trump say there's only 2 genders, so why are we talking about how a kid can have 3 genders or 25 genders or whatever? And the professor said, well, if you're not comfortable and you need to get out. You need to leave.
Kick them out.
Kick them out, yeah. You just can't do that. And so the video of that went, kind of nuts. And so what happened was, let's see, the university now says it was time for a right moment for change. The decision was a week after this guy Mark Welch, was a Texas A&M president, a week after he directed the campus provost to fire the senior lecturer involved in this from the English department. After, it says here, political pressure from Republican lawmakers, including Governor Greg Abbott, who said she should be fired. By the way, Welsh and the people said the course content was not matching its catalog description. That was the reason they did it, that she was not teaching.
They lied to the students.
Yeah. It was not, what they said the course was not the course at all. And Welsh also ordered the removal of the dean of the College of Arts and Sciences and the head of the English department from their administrative positions. And they ordered an audit of courses at all 12 schools in the system to see who else is doing this kind of thing. And writers groups and the faculty are going nuts and everything. So, but he's quit. He said after all this stuff, So
why did he quit?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I guess it was because he probably lost. I probably didn't. Honestly, he probably just said, I just can't do this anymore. I'm an educator. And I'll bet, 20 years ago or 50 or 40 years ago when he was, 20 or whatever and was involved in education for something or else. And, you work your way up and he's probably thought he was doing a great job. And all, it's only been, this woke, furry gender business and boys in classrooms crap and all this everything that there are 75 genders is only pretty recent. So guys who, 40, 50, 60-year-old guys in education, we're not doing this, in 1981. I don't know. I don't know. And it may have been that he was embarrassed because he didn't want to do it and they were turning on him, or he lost his faculty, and they just said
death threats.
Probably
to him and his family.
Yeah, probably.
And Atlas shrugged again and said, you know what? I don't need this.
That's right. Who died? Yeah, it's out. I'm assuming. He hasn't said why, but again, I'm assuming. Sorry, almost late. 3:57. Flounder got a little funny back there, I'll bet you. Neil Bort's coming up at 4 o'clock. And all the news, and we got a lot of stuff to talk to Neil about here today, too.
I saw the kid who assassinated them got the bullets engraved, and it said, catch this fascist. If you're a bullets engraving store.
Oh, man.
At what point do you get suspicious? What are you using this for? I'm a deer hunter. I'm hunting deer. One of the bullets said, if you can read this, you're gay. Which is not the dunk you think it is, because the person you shoot is not going to read. They're not going to take it out like, oh, that. You got me. No, some medical examiner is going to be like, I'm not gay.
Oh, my God. Sam Morril right there.
Holy cow.
Which, again, yeah, it's early, but that's comedy. He did it in kind of the right way.
Yeah. In fact, I don't know whether it was on Glenn Beck or somebody today, I think it was on Glenn Beck, had a comedian who made him laugh, and they were doing kind of jokes like this, not about obviously what happened, and frankly, I think that's good. I really think we're all laughing at what he just said. Yeah, and not only is it an example of free speech, it's just an example of comedy that's not really mean-spirited. In other words, he wasn't really attacking anybody in the comedy that obviously was talking about an assassin. But again, this is the way it used to be. This is again why people like Jay Leno are saying, "What the hell's going on with late night TV? It's not funny anymore." A lot of people are just saying, "No, wait a minute, what have you done?" Anyway, so again, Sam Burrell.
Well, it's what they always do. Democrats screw up everything. Liberals screw up everything.
Yeah.
Woke kills everything.
Yeah.
It's not funny. It's not entertaining anymore.
Yeah. And here we are, AOC, Ocasio Bangbango Stupidio, in the resolution honoring Charlie Kirk, says he was pushing a legacy of bigotry. And she said that on the floor of the House of Representatives in his honor. Good grief. Coming up on 4 o'clock, and Neil Borts next with Kipper, Pete, and Flounder. Let Her Rip Friday. Look out. Here we go.
The Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station, Extra 106.3.
New guidance on COVID shots. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The CDC's newly revamped vaccine panel is endorsing COVID vaccines for anyone over 6 months old, but with some caveats.
The CDC's vaccine advisory panel voted to endorse the COVID vaccine for those over the age of 65 based on individual decision making. For those over 6 months, they endorsed a COVID vaccine on the same terms, but also said it should be noted that it's most favorable for those at risk of serious disease. Board Chair Dr. Martin Kulldorff answered questions about the motion.
There is no insurance restrictions on getting this vaccine.
They also voted to better engage in informing people about certain risks or uncertainties regarding the vaccine, and they voted 7-6 against recommending a prescription be required for the vaccine.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. The panel is delaying a vote on the hepatitis B vaccine for newborns and has voted to separate the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine from the chickenpox vaccine. Russia facing new sanctions from the EU, with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen proposing to phase out liquefied natural gas purchases from Russia a year earlier than planned by early 2027. She says Russia's war economy is sustained by fossil fuel revenues.
We want to cut these revenues. So we are banning imports of Russian LNG into European markets. It is time to turn off the tap.
President Trump has been pressing Europe to stop buying Russian energy after doubling U.S. tariffs on India for buying Russian oil. He talked about Ukraine earlier today in a lengthy call with China's president and also thanked China's president for approval of a TikTok deal, though there are no details on that yet. Back-to-back records on Wall Street. The Dow up 172 at the bell. The S&P and the NASDAQ also hitting new highs. America is listening to Fox News.
Summer is all about making memories, right? Backyard barbecues, road trips, maybe finally getting around to that hiking trail you've been eyeballing. But if you're living with pain, those future memories can be stolen from you. So here's a thought. Call 1-800-4RELIEF and try Relief Factor. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free daily supplement designed to help your body fight pain. It's a doctor-developed formula made from natural ingredients. Best part? Relief Factor doesn't mask pain. It helps reduce or even eliminate it for good. Whether it's kayaking, running around with the little ones, or just chilling in a hammock, Relief Factor can help you feel better, move better, and do more of the things you love all summer long. So if you're ready to reclaim your summer, head over to ReliefFactor.com or give them a call at 1-800-4RELIEF. Do it now and get their 3-week quick start for just $19.95. That's 1-800-4RELIEF.
I believe at 4 o'clock here. It's 4:03.
I was just testing your memory there, Mr. Kimmer. Hold your horses for a second.
Yes, I'm sorry I threw you off here. Yeah. Look out.
That's
Kimmer,
just your way of telling me you're not all excited about it.
No, it's not true at all. I didn't take it personally when they told me I'm not getting a desk or a cubicle because I didn't think I'd be around that long. Trust me, that's when you know you got a problem. Neil Borts, how you doing, you son of a gun? What's going on? Well, you're still in Georgia, or what are you doing? What's up, and how are you?
Well, I will tell you that yesterday, a bunch of our busing buddies and us, we were in McKaysville. Ever been there?
Yeah. Oh, no, McKaysville? No, I don't think so. I've heard of it. I don't think I've been there.
Near Tennessee?
Well, part of it is in Tennessee. There is a restaurant. There's a restaurant there that the state line runs right through the men's room.
Oh, no kidding?
I've been there.
Yep. So you can do number 1 in Tennessee and number 2.
Yeah, we got it. Thank you.
Now, there's also a drugstore in McKaysville, and the name of the drugstore is McKaysville Drug and Guns.
Drug and Guns.
And their motto is where you can refill and reload at the same time.
I love it.
Guess who used to own that drugstore?
You, probably.
No, Belinda's father.
Oh, no, is that outstanding? So the average retired wealthy?
Cool. I don't know. Did you get COVID vaccines?
Well, I got the first round because my daughter Sarah. This was in the spring, and every spring I go meet my favorite ex-wife and her husband and see my kids on the beach in Florida. And my daughter Sarah said, "If you don't get the COVID shot, you're not going to see your grandchildren." And she hit me in the head with a. She actually went out of the way to hit me with a boing. She said, and so I said, okay, fine. So I actually went. I got the shot and I put it on video of the nurse giving me and I got the one shot and that's all I got. I didn't get any more. I did it for her to see my kids.
We had 3. I'm not going through that anymore.
No. Again, if it were proven, it was all bullcrap. 6-foot circles. I mean, masks that would kept the disease in your face. I mean, we all know that stuff. So unless they tell me that they've got proof that the freaking thing works, if you tell me that I have a shot that if you take, you will never get this, that, or the other, I'll take it. If you can prove it and it's good for me and it's the right thing, fine. But I'm not going to take your freaking experimental stuff that's just been fixed up in the lab. You got to be kidding me.
Well, the jury is kind of out for me, too, on that. So you asked, you haven't, but you said you were going to ask me about Texas A&M.
Oh, well, actually, I'm going to ask you about 3 different things. The Texas A&M guy, also your commentary today about the FCC. Ironically, I have a story in front of me about William F. Buckley's group, National Review, saying we should eliminate the FCC.
Amen.
Anyway, so we got that to talk about. Also, last Sunday, the front page of the Al Jazeera Constipation had after all was going on with Charlie Kirk, this was your commentary, all was going on with Charlie Kirk, you mentioned on the morning show, on that Sunday, and when I got the paper, I put on Facebook, and I sent it to you, by the way, but I think you're off Facebook. I put it on Facebook and YouTube, my horror that after all the Charlie Kirk stories, the front page of the Al Jazeera Constipation was black women and their uteruses. And you mentioned, and I thought I couldn't freaking believe it. And I sent my video to you, but I don't think you're on Facebook anymore, so I'm sure you didn't see it. But I was remarkable when you were talking to the morning guys, very same thing. And then just the other day, Neil, I made track of this too for your benefit as well. The AJC, once again, the major headline about Charlie Kirk and about Kimmy Pimple, whatever his name is, a TV talk show host, getting thrown out, and they blamed the FCC. Well, the FCC's got nothing to do with the network shows. The FCC is only good for TV stations that carry stuff and the radio stations that carry. I mean, it's just silly, these people.
The FCC has one legitimate purpose. One, and that is to protect a broadcaster's property rights in their frequency.
Right, so they don't get over. Otherwise, people don't understand, the frequencies are so specific that you can't have 25 radio stations that all go on, 90 or 106.3 all over the country because they'll overlap on each other. So obviously something has to be specifically set aside.
And that's what the FCC should protect. You have a property right in that frequency,
right?
And that should be yours and not subject to being violated.
Right. The problem is, though, that's why they think they have the right, therefore, to be very strict about how you use it, because there are only a few of them.
We have rights to our property. Clearly defined property lines, and we have the right to use that property as within certain bounds as we see fit.
Right.
And the government, the state, the city will protect our property rights. Now, if we want to put the same logic to work on our property rights at home that they put on the FCC, not only would they protect our property rights, but they would watch everything that we do on our property and decide whether or not it is good or bad for society as they see it. Yeah. And they could demand inspections, and they could penalize us. They could take our property away. Well, I mean, if you want to carry it to a ridiculous extreme, take our property away from us if we end up having sex on that property with somebody that we're not married to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And here's something I really want to try to drive home. Unlike when our Constitution was drafted, most Americans now do not get their news from the printed media.
Right.
They get it from broadcast or internet, but not from a printed media. So that means that the vast majority, perhaps 70, 80% of Americans get their news and information from agencies that are licensed by the state.
Right.
In no way can you call that freedom of the press.
In fact,
since they are, since they're licensed by the state, they have to kowtow to what the state wants. We don't want to lose our frequency. We don't want to lose our property rights. So maybe we'd better get rid of Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. Well, in fact, a point in the National Review article was that if we, the laws governing the FCC are broad enough that they can police almost any content in the broadcast media, but if we believe that's not the thing we should be doing in government, then there's no reason to have the FCC. But even more, the scarcity logic about the number of frequencies doesn't apply to the other resources. It doesn't apply because modern technology, cable TV, satellite radio, online streaming, broadcasting is effectively unlimited, and the FCC does not regulate those technologies where free speech reigns. The laws have not caught up with the technology. Terrestrial radio and broadcast TV are still considered licensees or public property, but they're using public property, the power to set rules about property, and they are not, they have nothing to do with all these other things, which is, like you say, where most people get their stuff. So,
when I was over at the other radio station in the studio, I'd see the little FCC guy come in when he was coming in to look at logbooks or whatever.
Yeah, I just
go on the air. I say, here comes that damned FCC leprechaun again, coming in here to throw his weight around, and he'd just look at me, and then on occasion he'd flip me off.
Yeah. Well, back in the day,
we actually got along well with each other.
Yeah. Well, again, back in that day, you and I are old enough to remember when we had to take the radio telephone operators for third-class phone test to be able to be on the radio. But those guys were powerful. The radio stations were scared to death of those people. But this is back when they ruled, because licenses were rare and expensive.
Do you still have your third-class ticket?
Oh, I don't. I'm sure I can't find it. I remember I had it for years and years, and I can't. I'm sure I can't find it.
I had to take that test in Houston. I was so proud.
It's a big test too. It's a serious test.
It is. You have to study hard for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now.
Yes.
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
You were armed. Yeah. You're Marine Corps.
Yeah.
When I went to Texas A&M, the president of that university was a man named Earl Rudder.
Okay.
You know him?
I do not. Earl Rudder.
He led the Army Rangers of Pontotoc on on D-Day.
Oh, no kidding! Wow.
Yeah.
And survived.
He was a red-ass soldier.
I'll bet.
And the president of Texas A&M. And now look what we have. This guy couldn't even stand up to the pressure of enforcing a rule against gender indoctrination, which is so stupid.
Well, it's just, how did college give me for God's, just, the whole thing is preposterous.
How did we get there?
I don't know. Again, I keep thinking, when I was a college age, I can't even imagine having a discussion of, theoretical weirdness in the world that's possible. I don't think this ever would have been a thing. I mean, seriously.
Well, this was preceded, by, I've told you this before, the lugs.
Oh, you'll have to remind me.
Lesbians until graduation.
Until graduation, yeah. Every girl has to be a lesbian for a while in college.
Yeah, that's in college and especially in high school.
Yeah, these days.
If you wanted to be a part of the in crowd and attract attention, you would proclaim to your high school friends that, well, I'm a lesbian.
Yeah.
And then in college, I'm a lesbian. Then when they, Mr. Right, they're no longer a lesbian. But that's where the idea of, I'm a lesbian until I graduate, and then I'm going to start doing it the right way. Yeah. And now we have this, all of these genders. I'm non-binary, and you're also fat and ugly. But
the only good news I think recently that happened, and I hope it continues, and I don't know, was remember when we had the stories a couple of weeks ago about all the girls going back to the sororities for Rush, and there was one video after another of these beautiful, happy, smiling, God-fearing, flag-waving American women who were, praising what America stands for and being all patriotic and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, holy cow! I mean, the story was about how expensive it is to join a sorority these days and be one of the girls. But the underlying theme was all these girls are waving American flags and doing old-fashioned American cheers and stuff. And I thought, holy moly, this is a great sign. I don't know whether that's going to be a thing or not, but I thought it was a great sign for that moment a couple of weeks ago.
It absolutely is. It is a great sign. Now, unfortunately, at Texas A&M, we did not have fraternities or sororities.
Oh, is that?
In fact, we didn't have female students.
Well, yeah, I'd forgotten that. Yeah, you sure had ROTC. Yeah. We all did back in the 60s.
It was
every state school had to have ROTC.
Yeah,
we all did.
I mean, we were in uniform every single day we were on campus.
Yeah. Oh, you had to wear it every day? Oh, we had to wear ours like for, I think, once a week for drill or something, at the armory or something, one day.
I actually forget whether or not we had to wear it on the weekends. But every day from the time you head out for morning reveille and chow to the time you pack it in at night and study, you're in uniform all day, every day.
Oh, that's big time Charlie there, man.
Oh yeah, we were. In
fact, did you guys graduate? Were you automatically graduated into the Army as an officer if you wanted, or was that now advanced ROTC program or what?
Well, I was Air Force ROTC, and yes, after my sophomore year, I applied for a contract. That would mean that you spent the next 2 years in uniform and you're into the Air Force.
Yeah, when you graduate, right?
They didn't like the cut of my jib, if you will. So I didn't qualify for a contract.
Oh, well, when I went to college,
I sucked as a student. Let me tell you.
Well, when I went to try to join the Marine Corps PLC program in college, my first day as a freshman, he looked at my glasses and said, "I don't think so, son." Well, I wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to be a Marine pilot, and I signed up for the Marine pilot training program, and they said, "Sir."
I would have liked to have done that, but I couldn't either. But my father did it for both of us, Kimmer.
Well, there you go. Your old man was a jock, that's for sure. He's a jarhead, man.
He was a leatherneck.
Yeah.
30,000 hours.
Wow.
World War II, Vietnam, and Korea.
God bless him. Yeah, God bless him.
And he threw me through a plate glass window one time, but we're not going to talk about that yet.
Who does he think he is, Charles Barkley?
Well, I said something to him, so I probably deserved it. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well,
it wasn't safety glass either.
No, that's well. There you are.
So,
oh my.
And boy, were you right when you started talking about liberals being mentally, God Almighty.
I mean, I don't get it. Seriously,
I don't either. I cannot. Like I had a relative, actually a relative in-law, somewhere in the Great Borts family, that was so far to the left. They just said, well, you know, Republicans just don't want people to have health care. Now, what kind of a...
John Lewis used to do that stuff. John Lewis, the hero of the civil rights movement, took a concrete block in the head, and then he'd go before Congress and say, you Republicans want to take the food out of your grandmother's mouths. I mean, over and over and over.
I mean, what happens to your credibility when you say something like, well, you Republicans just don't want people to have health care? What possible motivation would I have to prevent people from getting health care?
Yeah. Our own mother. Was it our own mothers and fathers? How could they? I mean, that's ridiculous. Our own children. They don't want our own kids to have health care. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and by the way, one of the reasons I'm so adamantly against socialized medicine, or what the left now calls Medicare or Medicaid for all, which is so everybody, is because being a military brat, a Marine brat, I grew up in a system of socialized medicine.
Yeah. Well,
it was the military dispensary. Why they called it that, I don't know. Military doctors and all of it. And that's the way I grow up. And let me tell you, in many instances, especially for dependents, the health care there was very lacking.
Yeah.
And it certainly wasn't innovative and quick.
Well, my only experience, when I retired and went to Florida, I was there for like 5 or 6 years, and my only health care was the VA in West Palm.
Oh, you poor soul.
Yeah. Well, actually, I mean, you wait and you're in the hallway and you see guys in wheelchairs just doing nothing, sitting there all day. I mean, it's pathetic. If you want to see what the hell's going on in the real world, go to a VA hospital sometime if you can get in. You won't be able to just walk in there. But, I mean, I'm telling you, it's a freaking nightmare. And the one time when I had to drive myself to the VA hospital in the 2 o'clock in the morning because I was going through something, I was dehydrated and they had to pump me full of stuff. And at that point,
broke.
Yeah, apparently. And they did, take care of me at that point. But then they left me with this pumping stuff in my arm. It ballooned up like a freaking watermelon. I had to take it out myself and start yelling at them. Anyway, it's, I mean, VA medical care is, of course, this is, many years, 30 years ago. But still, I mean, it's, and I hope it's getting better. But it's, it's, I don't know.
But, you're so correct. I mean, there was even a book. I forget who wrote the book. Liberalism is a mental disease. It truly is.
Yeah.
Well, how about these people that now that it's looking almost a certainty that Mom Donnie is going to be...
He'll win.
Yeah. Oh, they just can't wait. They can't wait for their city-run grocery stores.
Well,
they think that this is going to be so fantastic. We're going to go to a grocery store that's run by the city, and it's going to be so inexpensive. It's going to be so much cheaper than whatever the hell they have up there now.
Uh-huh.
And they're actually looking, they have no idea. Look at government-run education.
Yeah.
And imagine that, imagine you being reliant on a grocery store that is operated like federal or government schools.
Yeah. Or the License Bureau, I mean, pick one. And again, I can't imagine. Now, he's not going to be able to do everything he claims he should do. The councils and everybody's going to be fighting him on little stuff. But still, it seems to me if he wins, which I think he's probably going to for sure, what the heck would I do if I were a billionaire investor in New York City? My God, was the capital of the world. New York City, forever until recently, was the place place where, it was the birth of commerce and industry and investments and money and banking. And I mean, my God. And now I can't imagine if I were a billionaire investor and I had buildings that I was renting out for $100,000 a week to these people, and then thinking to myself, oh my God, who's going to be coming here to pay this kind of money to keep this kind of life going for me in New York? I can't imagine how they can survive.
For some reason, and I don't understand it, these major corporations, these major businesses, they have to have some sort of an understanding of what a disaster a socialist government would be in New York.
Why wouldn't they flee? Why wouldn't everybody? Why wouldn't the stock exchange people, all of them, go to Texas and Arizona, or not Arizona, but Florida and Texas and maybe even Georgia? Maybe about Georgia, but still, how could they stay there?
Oh, for instance, I think American Express is headquartered in New York City. I believe so. Why aren't they saying right now, with their thousands of employees, if this guy is elected mayor, we are moving our headquarters too.
Right.
And just lay it out right now. This is when he announces he's going to raise the corporate income taxes, which are one of the greatest frauds ever perpetrated on the people. When he says that, do what the Atlanta Braves did. They didn't get the deal that they wanted out of the city of Atlanta, and the very next day they say, okay, well, by the way, we're going to Cobb County.
Yep.
That's what these companies ought to do. Oh, Mondami won, and he's going to raise corporate income taxes. We're going to Cobb County.
I haven't heard anybody from any major financial center say that. I mean, I'd be going nuts if I was, one of those guys on Wall Street in my company, and I was renting buildings and investing in things for. My Lord, I think I'd be going nuts right now.
And if you're an individual with a high income, and
why should I start losing more money? I didn't do anything. All of a sudden, I got to start paying more money to everody for everything and taking free bus rides.
There ought to be a registrar sometimes where you could go register, register and indicate how much your annual city income taxes are, and then say, if he wins, I'm going. I'm moving to Fort Lauderdale. I'm moving to Dallas. I'm moving to. They could even be desperate enough to move to Tulsa.
Well, honestly, I can't imagine where I haven't heard a single thing. I haven't heard one single major corporation say we're moving if this guy wins.
Well, is there any part of you that wants him to win?
Oh, yeah. Well, like you, I would love him to win to show you what the hell you've just done. And I think they're going to be suffering consequences, but I hate to think what could happen to, I've been to New York maybe 5 times in my life, and it's always great to go visit as long as I don't have to live there. But still, it was one of the most magnificent cities in the history of the world, and powerful. It was the seat of everything, and now it's going communist if he has his way. I just can't believe it.
and then this worthless POS governor they have up there.
Oh, Lord.
Endorses him because she thinks that's going to ensure she gets elected to a full term.
Honestly, I can't believe it. How could you endorse a communist? He's a communist. In New York.
So she's endorsing him so she can keep her power, and somehow believing in her own heart that she will be strong enough to stop him from doing the terrible things that he's suggesting.
Yeah, but this is the state of Nelson Rockefeller, and even guys like John Lindsay, and it's unbelievable what's happening at this place.
Speaking of grocery stores, I told you about what Dolly Parton was trying to do.
You did, and I forgot something about her boobs.
Well, Kimmer. She's buying up all of the Piggly Wigglies.
Oh, that's right.
All of the Big Star grocery stores,
yes, and
and Harris Teeter grocery stores.
And she's going to call these.
What is she going to name them?
The Big Hairy Teeters.
No,
something like that. No, I told you it was about her boobs, and you all made fun of the Kimmer.
No, it's Big Wiggly Teeters.
Big Wiggly Teeters. Well, I was so close.
Yeah, you were. Has Pete Davis signed off yet?
Oh, no, he's been laughing the whole way. He's just sitting back there. He said, listening to what's going on. No, absolutely.
So, we're pulling away from this beautiful lake we've been resting beside for a week, and we're heading even further north.
Well, really, for the colder weather coming.
And so the other day, on our bus trip to McKaysville, the bus driver is so in love with you, my God.
Whoa, really? What,
he saw my name tag. You know Kim Peterson.
Oh my Lord, that can't be true.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. You guys made some kind of bet. I guarantee you. Somebody made a deal. So we're going to tell the Kimmer. There's this guy who said, "Oh, you're Neil Bortson. You must know the Kimmer." Yeah, man, it's like the old joke about the guy standing next to the Pope, and the guy said, "Well, I don't know who that guy in the funny hat is, but the next to him is Bill McMurray or something." I remember that.
He has a selfie picture of you and him.
Oh my God! Who's the bus driver?
I'm not going to disclose his name.
Oh, I'll be damned.
I don't want to embarrass him.
Tell him I appreciate. I'm flattered and humbled and surprised as hell.
Yeah, and you got to feel bad for these bus drivers, Kimmer. They're all driving Prevost buses, and then what happens? They've got 50 people on the bus that all drive Prevost buses. Okay, and so we're all back there
doing it wrong.
Critiquing everything he does.
You shifted to second gear.
No, you turned too late. That's why you drug your rear end over that curb back there. Yeah,
I love it.
It's just punishing for them. I don't know how they put up with it.
Well, yeah.
So
hey,
anyway,
next time you're in McKaysville, go to JJ's Copper Basin Lounge. You'll love it.
Well, we went to the Twisted Tomato.
Twisted Tomato? Cool.
Twisted Tomato in the river shops because they had pizzas. Easily the worst pizza I've ever had in my life.
Oh, my.
I got the meat lovers pizza. And it was covered with pepperoni, which is my least favorite meat.
Yeah, I'm not a nut for pepperoni.
I think I found maybe a half an ounce of sausage.
No, that's backwards. Yeah,
looking under the pepperoni.
Yeah, sausage way more expensive or something. You should never
possum
smother
pepperoni.
Yeah.
Possum pepperoni up here.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah.
So, but anyway, so much for the Twisted Tomato. But we just had to pay a visit to Drug and Gun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. When I was retired to Florida, I belonged to a club with a guy, played golf with a guy who owned a chain called Tomato Pie restaurants. Pretty good restaurants, too, anyway.
Well, let me tell you, before you dump me on Sarah's...
I would never dump you. Stay till 6.
A little vignette about Belinda's father, who operated that
drugstore with guns. Drugs and guns.
Yeah. He was in there late one night closing up. And they don't have crime there. They don't. Well, it's just so rare.
Yeah.
But so the front door was open while he's back there closing up, and he sees somebody come in the front door, and obviously the person did not have great intentions coming into the store.
Yeah.
So Belinda's father. You know, he had one of those credit card machines where you put the card in there, then you put a receipt on it, and you go, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Yeah, metal thing, yeah.
So he just did that. And that guy coming through the door.
Oh, he thought it was a gun cocking. Put a round in the chamber. Oh, my God, what a great idea.
He turned around and ran like hell.
Oh, outstanding.
So, that explains a lot of Belinda, I think.
Well, there you go. Well, clever. Very clever and witty.
I thought so, too.
Outstanding. All right. Well, Neil Bortz, thanks, my friend. Have hugs and kisses to your sweet lady. And thanks for joining us. As always, be careful out there on the road. Rubber side down. And we'll talk to you again next week.
All 10 of them.
There you go. All right. Thanks, Neil. Have a good one.
Y'all take care. Bye, Kim. Bye, Pete.
Hoorah. 4:31. Kimmer P. Flounder. Chris is on the board. Flounder had to go take care of his mother-in-law, which is good. We're giving her a ride.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. It is Friday. Every Friday now he bolts around halfway through. But for good reason. You got the wife thing. You can't, that's number one. So everything's fine. Anyway, 4:31. Kimmer P. Flounder and Chris on your Friday 106.3. All right. Look out.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPsetc.com.
Yeah, well, so far so good. I don't need to call David Van Sant, put him on the case of the guy who hit me in my car from behind there with a thing there. Insurance companies, we like insurance companies, but if they give me a problem, guess what? I'm putting my man on it, David Van Sant, because he used to work for him. And again, insurance companies have their charts and tables, and David's going to go, now, wait a minute. He was hit from behind. He needs this stuff. I need a rental car. I mean, the process. I'm not going to argue with those people if it comes to that. I mean, so far so good. We'll see. But that's the nice thing. David, of course, is one of the top-ranked trial lawyers on the 100 top guy list. He's a super lawyer, and he's a personal injury lawyer, which means if something happened to you and you didn't get what you deserved, that's where David comes in. He's real good at it. And when they see his name pop up and, oh, no, you take it. I'm not taking it. Let Mikey take it. Yeah, because he tends to make them cry when they have to pay more than they want to. Poor babies. And again, he'll take care of you. You don't do it, he'll do it. It's complicated. Let him take care of it for you. The number, and you're number one. If you don't get paid, he doesn't get paid. 855-GA-INJURY. Online, vansantlaw.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's, and running a business is tough. Juggling clients, employees, cash flow. Why worry about IT? iTech Atlanta can keep your systems running securely and smoothly so that you can focus on your business. Minimize downtime and protect against cyber threats, all at a predictable, fixed, low monthly cost. For 25 years, iTech Atlanta has been helping businesses just like yours. They would love to manage your IT on time and under budget. Learn more. Visit itekatlanta.com. We manage your IT so you can manage your business.
I'm Michelle Stovall, and our company has been family owned and operated for 75 years. Check us out at StovallINC.com, or better yet, stop by our newly opened 11th store at 9500 Union Hill Road in Canton. At Stovall, we supply you with all your landscaping project needs, completely hassle-free down to delivery. Been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs. We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
Atlanta, it's Mark from Atlanta Safe House. Can I have your attention, please? I have an important announcement. Our president has a backbone. Thank you, President Trump, for standing up for the American people. We sleep better knowing our country is protected. And speaking of protection, criminals laugh when you purchase a fake safe from a big box store. There's no better time to visit Atlanta Safe House and see what a real a real safe looks like. But wait, there's more. Now through the end of the month, save hundreds of dollars on all Browning, Fort Knox safes and vault doors. Drop by one of our locations or go to atlantasafehouse.com.
It's Pete Davis again, and as you know, football full swing right now. Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. And the best part, you can play right now here in Georgia. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, passing yards, INTs, and more. Get your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. And you can start with as little as $1. And I like doing the research. With the Colts at the Titans Sunday, I think quarterback Daniel Jones will be higher on his passing yards projection. And the Falcons visiting the Panthers, I got Bijan Robinson barely going higher on his rushing yards projection. It's simple, it's fun, and it keeps me locked into every play. Download the app today and sign up with promo code 1063 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code 1063 for $50 in bonus funds. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. You can be next. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Georgia. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Hey, Atlanta
Atlanta Braves fans, this is Kelly Kroll asking you to step up to the plate for the men and women who have served our country and protected our freedom. The Warrior Alliance, an official community partner of the Atlanta Braves and the Atlanta Braves Foundation, is helping thousands of veterans to achieve success after military service. Either you or someone you know has served and deserves our support. The best way to say thank you for your service is by helping a veteran round the bases on their journey home. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalamia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. Got a to-do list a mile long? No problem. We've got the ultimate solution, our Handyman for a Day program. Here's how it works. You get a skilled handyman dedicated to knocking out your honey-do list. Paint touch-ups, drywall repairs, door adjustments, and much more, all done in one day. Call us now before the rush for your Handyman for a Day and call us at 770-623-3097 or visit us at thetrustedtoolbox.com. One call, one handyman, one day, The Trusted Toolbox.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. So when we go through days or weeks of volatility in the market, Sean, it's hard to know what to do. What can you tell us?
The biggest thing is don't panic or make immediate decisions with your money. Take those emotional concerns out of the middle of it. Look, markets cycle regularly. Market corrections and bear markets are a normal part of the cycle. They're just part of the plan that are going to be accounted for. If you feel nervous when you read the headlines about big drops in the market, you might not know enough about how your money is positioned. That's why it's important to get the right guidance on a financial plan for your retirement.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
All right, so now's the time to start, folks. Looking ahead and identifying if you have too much risk in your portfolio. That's the first thing. We have a helpful little resource for our listeners today. We call it the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement, plus guides on major topics like investments, Social Security, income planning, taxes, and so forth of the key components of retirement. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework to you right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Firm does not provide tax services.
My opinion on how Trump is doing so far. All in all, good job, and so glad the hyena is not in the White House.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on XTRA 106.3 and the XTRA app.
Well, you can tell live concert action going on here. Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel reunite on this day after an 11-year split. Got together on this day in 1981 for a free concert at Central Park. At the time, it was claimed that more than 400,000 people went to that concert. They later said, well, the park can only hold a little under 50,000, so either way, it was huge. They had a film and recording of the event, and the proceeds went toward the redevelopment and maintenance of Central Park in the first place. So that's a good sign anyway. To the phones. Hey, guess what? It's Rick the Painter. We were just wondering what happened to Rick the Painter. I mean, it's like once every 2 weeks or something all of a sudden. I mean, what the hell? You're kind of letting us down or something, but I didn't want to say anything,
Yeah, my brother, with all that's going on, brother, I had to lay back, but it's Let It Rip Friday, so I want to call you.
Good.
In respect to all that's going on, sir, I just had to lay low, but
excellent.
Love you guys, I miss you, and I wanted to call you. Hey, but anyway, that being said, all right.
Yeah.
This guy got sentenced to life in prison.
Got life in prison?
He got life in prison. Yeah. His first night, and his first night, and he goes in, and his cellmate yells out, "Number 19!" And everybody starts laughing, and they giggling and stuff, and he's just, the next one goes, another guy goes, "Number 20!" And he's still going, and they're laughing and freaking out. Now he's wondering, and another guy goes, 21, and they're laughing again. Anyway, Timmer, he goes, he asked his cellmate, why are y'all yelling these numbers and laughing? He said, well, we've all been in here so long that we've told all the jokes so many times, we just finally numbered them, and when we get to the last one, we'll just start over. Well, I thought about it for a second, and he said, well, the last one was 21. He goes, okay, 22. And they just busted out laughing and clanging the bars, and they applauded and jumped up down for him. And the new guy asked his cellmate, he says, why are they laughing so hard at me? He said, we ain't never heard that one before.
Pretty funny, Rick. Actually, that's pretty clever. We never heard that one. I'll be damned. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
Rick the painter.
Kimmer, my girlfriend warned me not to steal the kitchen utensils.
Not to steal the kitchen utensils. What do you? I don't. What you know?
But it's a risk I'm willing to take.
Well, hey, well, you've come to a fork in the road. I know that, and you've made your decision, which is a good thing. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder here with me. On this day, did I mention a birthday? I got a birthday. Hold on a second. Jeremy Irons' birthday. Jeremy Irons is 77. He was, among other things, the man with the iron mask, Red Sparrow, which I really liked, except for the parts where it was just really too kinky, and it was, ugh. But Red Sparrow, and also he won an Oscar for Reversal of Fortune, and that was a very bizarre,
Klaus Van Bülow.
Yeah, Klaus Van Bülow and Sonny Van Bülow and their deadly coma, and him having, the thing, and it was Alan Dershowitz was his lawyer in the appeal case, and in fact, I remember. It was such a great act. I mean, he's been in a million films, Jeremy Irons, I'm 77. And I remember the one line where Alan Dershowitz is coming up to him, where he's getting into a car, the car door, he's getting in the back seat of the limo or whatever, and the door's open, and Alan Dershowitz goes up to him. This is after a major thing that happened in the case. And Alan Dershowitz goes up to him and leans in and he says, "You're a very strange person." And Klaus Van Bülow said, "You have no idea." It was chilling. It was perfect. You have no idea. And it was like, Dexter. I mean, seriously. It's just, and that was a great movie, Reversal of Fortune. In fact, as I sit here, I'm kind of amazed. That was a major motion picture and award winner and everything else. And I don't think I've ever, on all the TV channels that do repeats of famous movies, I've never seen that movie shown again. I don't know why that's a thing or not. Anyway, it's almost 4:45. Let's come and do this. We have a little something there, Chris.
We got Scotty on the line. He's got something for you.
Hold on a second. We got Scotty, the window guy, or the other Scotty? We got two Scotty. Hey, Scotty, you're on the radio, man. What's up?
Hey, Semper Fi, my brother. Welcome home.
There's
Thank you for your service.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Hoorah.
All right, Davis. I want to see if you'll get this one.
All right.
What does a male gigolo and the Pink Panther have in common?
A male gigolo and the Pink Panther have in common.
Male gigolo and Pink Panther. Don't know.
Like to wiggle their ears. I have no idea.
They're both Peter Sellers.
They're both Peter Sellers. Ho, hi-oh.
Oh,
ho. Okay, Scotty. Not too bad. Anyway, do we have time for a little thing here, or you want to wait till the Cowabunga?
Wait till the next.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Wait.
Okay.
Strumpf.
Flounders.
Say it again.
No, I'm sorry. It's my things. These things in my ear. Plus, I'm still thinking about it. Something bad I'm going to do around 6:04. It's a quarter. It's a thing over the thing there. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, and Chris is in for Flounder for the rest of the day. And hope you're having a great Friday. 404-741-1230 if you want to join us. Game coming up. We got tweets and more Flounders funnies, and it's all standing by right here. And holy crap, it's sports too. Shortly.
It's time for the Borts Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
Where do most Americans get their news and information? Of course, it used to be in the printed media. That's the way it was back when the Constitution was written, the printed media, or by word of mouth on the streets. That's why the Constitution The Bill of Rights mentions freedom of the press. That's not the way it is anymore. Most Americans have been getting their news for some time through broadcast media, radio and TV. Here in Atlanta, the printed media, the AJC is going to stop printing at the end of the year. So where does that leave us? That leaves us with most Americans getting their news from agencies that are licensed to operate by the government. That is not at all what our founding fathers had in mind. And now where are we? The FCC under Donald Trump is flexing its muscles and relishing its role in being able to control the dissemination of news. The chairman of the FCC right now wants to investigate late night TV, also suggesting that The View needs to be investigated. The imperial federal government flexing its muscles in a show of force to control how the news and information is presented to the people of the United States. It is not up to the government to tell us how we should get our information and from whom. That is up to us. We vote with our remote controls with the knobs on the radio. If we don't like it, we don't watch it. And the news outlets that please us get more attention. The FCC needs to back off. Neil Borts, XTRA 106.3.
The next big storm isn't a matter of if, it's when. Is your home ready? Southern Exteriors offers free inspections and dependable storm damage repairs with in-house warranties and honest service. Right now, get 10% off any job or 12 months, 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I've met the team at Southern Exteriors. They do things the right way. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. It's 877-9-SOUTHERN or southernexteriors.co.
It either is or it isn't. When it comes down to it, that's all that really matters when choosing a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz. It's either certified by Mercedes-Benz factory-trained and certified technicians, or it isn't. It's either backed by an unlimited mileage warranty for up to 7 years, or it isn't. Welcome to RBM of Atlanta's Fall Sales Event, now through September 30th. Come in today and take advantage of finance rates as low as 2.99% APR special financing on select models. In addition, you'll receive unlimited confidence with Mercedes-Benz's unlimited mileage warranty, delivering continued assurance for up to 7 years. Because in the end, it's either a Mercedes-Benz certified pre-owned or it isn't. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details and see how to qualify. We'd love to welcome you to the RBM of Atlanta family. Not all offers apply to all vehicles, and special financing available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Services through September 30th, 2025. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
Central Heating and Air Conditioning wants you to know the start of the new season is the perfect time to ensure your home's comfort for the fall and winter. Don't wait like most people do to have your HVAC system serviced. Your home should have maintenance twice a year. Maintenance helps keep your furnace running at peak efficiency and extends the life of your equipment. Turn to the experts for your system's maintenance at 770-GET-HEAT or centralheat.com. Central Heating and Air Conditioning can fix what ails your house and possibly your family with home ventilation and air quality products. Central has packages designed around health using variable speed, fresh air ventilation, air cleaners, air purifiers, dehumidifiers, and more. Carrier products, carrier warranty, and carrier peace of mind. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, your Atlanta carrier expert since 1947 and one of the few second-generation locally owned HVAC companies in Atlanta. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage. We do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Oh no, what is that sound?
found?
It's our rejection detection system. It's showing that several men across Georgia are being denied intimacy by their partners due to ED.
How can this be?
Well, it's more common than you think. As men age, their bodies change. And unfortunately, once they get over 50, some things don't work like they used to.
So what do we do?
There's only one thing to do. We need to get them to Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He can fix ED problems.
But how?
At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, they are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, and Trimex to create an erection and more.
Hi, this is Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 struggle with some form of ED? Guys, it won't get better on its own. When it's not hard, it's really hard. But I can help you today. Call us at Total Body Therapy of Georgia at 404-777-1911 or learn more about us online at tbtofga.com.
Experience luxury like never before behind the wheel of a brand new Cadillac from Jim Ellis Cadillac.
From the iconic Escalade to the innovative electric Lyric, Jim Ellis Cadillac offers the models you know and love, along with the latest in luxury EVs.
And the buying experience just as luxurious as the Cadillac name itself. With great prices, a great selection, and a team of knowledgeable sales associates, you'll love shopping at their showroom conveniently located on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter.
Prefer to shop from home? Visit JimEllisCadillac.com, where you can browse all the latest offers and even start or complete your entire purchase online with the Jim Ellis Expressway.
Want to try before you buy? Schedule an at-home test drive and enjoy the convenience of home vehicle delivery. Luxury is waiting. Experience it today at Jim Ellis Cadillac. Jim Ellis Cadillac, where you can always expect the best.
Here we go. Live to Donald Trump in the White House. He's going live with the country again. Here we go. Donald Trump. If we go, Chris.
People in our country wanted to see it stay open very badly because, and if you take a look at my numbers, no Republican has ever done anything like we did. We got massive numbers of youth vote.
He was criticizing Congress
very much by Charlie Kirk. So Charlie was very much in favor of TikTok. He liked TikTok. And he said, you should use it. And other people said that too, and I used it. And I don't know if I have I think I set records. I looked at numbers that are phenomenal. We'll pass them out to you. And it had probably a pretty big effect on the election because we won the election by a lot. So we are at a situation where in a little while, meaning a number of days, will probably, I don't know if you can make a deal with these people. I think these people are crazy. Again, anybody wants open borders and don't want to fight. They don't want to fight crime. They hate to fight crime.
Democrats in Congress talk about
in Chicago,
blocked a bill to keep the government open.
People killed, murdered, and yet 28 shot. And those numbers have been pretty consistent all throughout a period of time, whether it was 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, 11 people, 12 people killed, murdered. And they don't want to spend money to fight crime. And it's not even much money, relatively speaking. It's very little. But we're going there anyway. It doesn't make any difference. We're going to Chicago. We're going to Memphis next. And we're going to clean up the crime in the cities because we have to do that. Okay?
Mr. President? Easy.
With this deal today, are you confident that the CCP won't be exerting control?
Yeah, we're going to have a very tight control. And look, it's an amazing thing that's been created. There's tremendous value with TikTok. And I'm a little prejudiced because I frankly did so well on it. It got me numbers that nobody's ever even heard of before. So a lot of people want it. The young people of this country want it badly. The parents of those young people want it badly. And so we were able to work out a deal with China. And it's a very good deal for us. I hope it's a good deal for them. Mr. President?
Are you confident in a deal, or would you accept a deal where China controls the algorithm of TikTok?
Well, it's all being worked out. We're going to have very good control. We have these are American investors, all of them. And they all love our country. They're all very well-known people, very famous people, actually, financially. And they'll have control of it. Mr. President, I want to thank President Xi because he was a gentleman, and we've just had a good relationship. And we wanted a lot of people in this country wanted to be open. If it weren't open, maybe I don't know. I think we won by so much it wouldn't have mattered, but we got a lot of votes. We got a lot of Republican votes from very young people. You go ahead, Jeff.
Thank you, sir. Russian jets entered Estonia's airspace today for 12 minutes. Do you see that as a threat to NATO?
Well, I'm going to have to look at it. They're going to be briefing me in a short while, so I'll let you know about it tonight or tomorrow.
What's your take in general? Just being.
Well, I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't like it when that happens. It could be big trouble. But I'll let you know later. They're going to brief me in about an hour.
And a follow-up on Charlie Kirk. There's been a lot of talk about free speech this week.
It was free enterprise.
Between cancel culture and consequence culture? Idiots.
I mean, your question's a little trick question. I'm a very strong person for free speech. At the same time, when you have networks where I won an election, like in counties, I guess it's 2,600 to 525. That's called a landslide times 2. When you have that level of popularity or voter support, as I did in the last election, and yet 97 and 94%, different numbers. You see different numbers with different stats. But 97, 94, 95, 96% of the people are against me in the sense of the newscasts are against me. The stories are they said 97% bad. So they gave me 97. They'll take a great story and they'll make it bad. See, I think that's really illegal, personally. You can't have a free airwaves. You're getting free airwaves from the United States government, and you can't have that and say, and somebody that just won an election, and I had to go through this during the election. I think it's a miracle that I can win. When 97% of the stories on the networks are bad, or whatever it may be, whether it's 89, it doesn't matter. It's a tremendous number. You know it, you report it all the time, and it changes. But when you have that kind of a negative reporting, fake negative reporting, when they take a great story and they make it into a bad story constantly, that's what they do. Look, 60 Minutes took Kamala's answer and they threw it out and they gave her a different answer so that she sounded competent. When things like that happen, George Slopadopoulos from your network, right? George Slopadopoulos had to pay $16 million to me because of what he said. And that's ABC. You had to pay more than that. Your network had to pay more than that. So CBS. I think it's very sad. But I think that reporting has to be at least accurate to an extent. Again, when somebody is given 97% of the stories are bad about a person, that's no longer free speech. That's no longer anything. That's just cheating.
This Donald Trump Live. Pete, is coming up to 5. Should we stick with Donald Trump or go to the 5 o'clock news? What do you want to do?
That's what they are, the networks.
We should go to news.
They're just
okay. We'll come. He'll probably still be talking. 5 o'clock, 106.3 WFOM. We'll go to 5 o'clock news here, Chris. If you go. Network.
Streaming across Georgia on the XTRA 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. XTRA 106.3.
Kill then-candidate Trump on a Florida golf course last September. Prosecutors just finished calling their witnesses, including many FBI agents, and they've rested their case. Ruth, who's representing himself, has only 3 witnesses listed and is expected to begin calling them Monday. With time running out to avoid a government shutdown, the Senate fails to advance either a House-passed short-term spending bill or a Democrat counter-proposal. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer.
Donald Trump is the shutdown president, and Senate Republicans are following him over the cliff.
But House Speaker Mike Johnson tells Fox Business Schumer's plan is a $1 trillion wish list.
He wanted to reinstitute paying illegal aliens free health care by taxpayer funding. He wanted to add $500 million to prop up left-wing media organizations again. We're just not doing that, and he knows it. So Chuck Schumer is trying to force the government into a shutdown, and he's going to pay the price for that.
The Senate Majority Leader plans another vote later this month. The deadline is September 30th. President Trump says today's votes show Republicans want to keep the government open.
We have to remember when you win the election, elections have consequences. So we'll continue to talk to the Democrats, but I think you could very well end up with a closed a closed country for a period of time.
The president also just telling reporters a TikTok deal is well on its way after he spoke today with China's president. The app facing a U.S. ban unless it divests from its Chinese parent company. U.S. Army officials now say 4 special operations soldiers are believed to be dead after a Black Hawk helicopter crash Wednesday in Washington state during a routine training mission. Recovery efforts and an investigation are underway. America is listening to Fox News.
Summer is all about making memories, right? Backyard barbecues, road trips, maybe finally getting around to that hiking trail you've been eyeballing. But if you're living with pain, those future memories can be stolen from you. So here's a thought. Call 1-800-4RELIEF and try Relief Factor. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free daily supplement designed to help your body fight pain. It's a doctor-developed formula made from natural ingredients. Best part? Relief Factor doesn't mask pain. It helps reduce or even eliminate it for good. Whether it's kayaking, running around with the little ones, or just chilling in a hammock, Relief Factor can help you feel better, move better, and do more of the things you love all summer long. So if you're ready to reclaim your summer, head over to ReliefFactor.com or give them a call at 1-800-4RELIEF. Do it now and get their 3-week quick start for just $19.95. That's 1-800-4RELIEF.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of leg, ready on your dog target. Hair, road guards out. They live. Look out. It's only me. It's only the giver. Fear not. With Pete Davis and Flounders on the road, helping sweet lady Mrs. Flounder and his sweet mother-in-law. And Chris is filling in for us till 6 with our great appreciation. Chris, how are you doing? I didn't get a chance to talk to you. Everything all right with your swim team and stuff?
Everything's great.
Well, what's the name of your swimming club?
Mac Swim Club.
Maxim?
Mac. MAAC.
MAAC. Excellent. And so if boys and girls this is for kids, young adults, right? I'm guessing.
Yes, it is.
And so if they have parents who want to get their kids in interesting swimming, is this open to anybody who wants to join, or you have to be a special?
Nope, it's open to anybody who's wanting to join. We'll help give your son not just the ability to swim, but also just life lessons in general.
Is this boys and girls separate?
Yep, it's together, or what? Everyone's together.
Excellent. And it's called MAAC.
Yep.
Excellent. There you go. And you're one of the, are you the owner or the instructor or what?
No, I'm just one of the coaches.
Excellent. Outstanding. Give her Pete and Christopher Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We're going to do a game in a second. Also, I owe you a Flounders Funny, so we're going to do that here in just a minute. We will have all the newsy stuff coming up, including AOC's smearing of Charlie Kirk during a moment they were supposed to be honoring him. And it figures the Democrats in Congress would say, screw you, Charlie Kirk, and screw you, America. The Senate passed it unanimously, the resolution, just for the record. All that stuff is coming up. We have Holy Crap at Sports and just a billion things, including some happy stories for the doggy and the top 5 ham. It was Cheeseburger Day yesterday. We missed it, so we're gonna make up for that. But first, let's do a Flounders Funny here, Chris, if you don't mind, here on 106.3. A little something from last hour.
I also have a 14-year-old daughter, and I gave her a chore list with 3 words on it, and she goes, "Where's your chore list?" You ever had a kid say something to you that then they're serious, but then you almost ruin it because you laugh? That's when I was like, oh, God, what? And I just go, what did you say? And she goes, "Where's your chore?" She slowed it down. Like I actually didn't hear her, So I said, everything that happens in this house to make this home operate, subtract the 3 things I asked you to do, and that is my chore list. Remember when you woke up in a bed, warm and not hungry? Check. I did that shit. So my chore list also has 3 words on it, and it says, keep her alive. And it expires in 4 years, so focus.
I love it. Who's that, Chris?
It's Chad Daniels.
There we go. Anyway, Kimber Pete and Kristen for Flounder here for a moment. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Also, I promised you a game. We're going to do that here in a couple of minutes. Just a second. First, want to do make sure you understand the newsy stuff that's going on here. And if you don't mind, again, there's so much on the Charlie Kirk thing and the politics, and we'll have that all for you, including some rather bizarre things. And I want to, once again, if you're at the very beginning of the program, I want to start off with a happy little story for the 5 o'clock hour as you're on your way home after a long week of working, with a salute to what I think is one of the great names for a dog. Got a nice, happy doggy story, and the dog's name is Oakley. I just think that's a great name for a dog. Well, it was a few days ago in Aurora, Illinois. Flames were spewing from the back of a home. First responders got there. A police officer, Michael Eli, busted down the front door, searched room by room for the smoke-filled empty house, as it turns out. The alarms were blaring, and he finally spotted Oakley, a 4-year-old American Staffordshire Terrier, behind a pet gate. The officer took down, again, flames are going in a smoke-filled house, took down the gate, reached for Oakley's collar, but the brave puppy bolted down the hallway and then stopped to look for the cop to say, follow me, and he did it again. The cop said, okay, I'll follow you, so he didn't know where he was going, but he followed the dog. Body cam footage shows this. The Pooch is a rescue dog adopted from a local organization for pit bulls, and it led the officer into the kitchen where his leash was hanging by the back door. So Oakley, the dog, sat by the back door patiently as the officer got the leash and clipped it on his neck and said, good boy, and out they went to save themselves from the fire. I mean, what is unbelievable. Nobody hurt, and great job by the cops, obviously, to save the doggy. And it was apparently started in the attic, no criminal thing or anything. But anyway, and that dog said, no, you got to get my leash first. I just think that's an hysterical story. 508, Kimber Pete, Kristen for Flounder for the rest of the day. Coming up, the latest on the Biden cover-up for the last 4 years of entire 4 years of administration. But first, in Congress today, there was a resolution to honor Charlie Kirk. And at the House of Representatives, Ocasio-Bangbangio-Stupidio, AOC, says the resolution honoring Charlie Kirk pushes legacy of bigotry. Ocasio-Bangbangio, one of 58 Democrats voting against a resolution to honor Charlie Kirk. She said Kirk's assassination was a horrific and vile attack, an incident, and condemning the depravity, the brutal murder, straightforward, especially important to stabilize an increasing unsafe and volatile political environment. Everybody feels at risk. And she talks about the Jim Crow. Says Kirk's rhetoric and beliefs were ignorant, uneducated, and sought to disenfranchise millions of Americans, far from the working tirelessly to promote unity asserted by the majority in this resolution. And his legacy of bigotry will continue. AOC. Ocasio-Bangbangio-Stupidio on the floor of Congress. She could have waited. She could have just voted no or present or whatever. A lot of them voted present instead of even aside from no. And she could have waited until afterwards to go outside the chamber and then spew this disgusting bile to all the reporters outside the House floor. But why would she take the opportunity to do it? Well, she did it for the publicity. We're talking about it. And she wants to be your next president. And she smeared the honor of Charlie Kirk. The man died. He's dead forever. Take a picture, look at his little baby and his 3-year-old daughter and his freaking wife. God, you dirty, rotten rats. I mean, this is just vile. This is disgusting. This is inhuman. An honorable resolution on the floor of Congress? God, you dirty, stinking slime bags. Honest to goodness. One more. We're going to do a game here in a second there, Chris. But first, one more quick kind of newsy thing. And Holy Crap of Sports is coming up. And I got to, I've got a comment to make about a former Brave star coming up. First of all, quick update here. Former White House Chief of Staff Jeff Zients has revealed to Congress that Joe Biden's memory and decision-making capability deteriorated while he was in office, and everybody knew it.
The Oversight Committee was told that their physician, Kevin O'Connor, knew that Biden should have a full medical workup, including a cognitive exam after his disastrous debate performance in June of 2024. He stumbled over his words, spoke in a stupid voice, and finally beat Medicare. He was going on, was just making a fool of himself. The Biden's team, he had a cold. That's all. He had a cold. Well, his former chief of staff, Zients, claimed the mental freezes were observed and were unprecedented. He wanted Jake Sullivan even stressed the importance of getting a cognitive exam. Other Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo, VA Secretary Dennis McDonough, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken did not think Biden had the juice to run a second time. The donors expressed alarm. Everybody did. And this guy Zients said Biden should be having a cognitive exam because he can't remember anything. He can't remember dates and names. If you normally take a process of learning something in 3 meetings, all of a sudden it took 4 or 5 because he wasn't there all the time. In fact, Dr. Jill, the enabler, the cuckold queen, said, my husband can't work all these schedules. You got to cut down his work hours. So they did. And then covered it up and lied about it and denied it until this guy finally told the truth under oath before Congress. So here we go.
Got to get him in front of Congress and under oath.
That's right.
That's the only way.
And I wanted this on primetime, nighttime television, baby, live. And maybe only Fox will cover it, but they'll have the highest ratings they've ever had if these people are put under oath in front of Congress on TV at night in primetime. 5:13. Chris, we'll do the game in a little bit. Holy Crap of Sports is coming up, and I've got a kind of a funny observation of a game last night I was watching for a little bit. Kimmer Pete and Chris in for Flounder on 106.3. That's Let It Rip Friday, too. I hope you join us if you want until 6 o'clock right here.
Your favorite Extra shows are streaming live video from the studio on XTRA 106.3's YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Extra YouTube channel and get the Morning Extra and the Kimmer Show in live digital video.
You know, I really love talking about Atlanta Safe House because, decades ago, my first safe was a Browning, which is on sale for the rest of this month. Browning and Fort Knox safes at Atlanta Safe House are on sale right now. And you're going to save a bundle. And between that and things like rebates and whatever you're looking for in a safe, they've got all sizes, shapes, and styles and, designs on the inside for shelving units. They have safes that'll fit not only long rifles, but bows and arrows and handguns. And again, you don't pay any sales tax on gun safes at Atlanta Safe House. All the top brands, and you're going to save a whole bunch of money. And again, I love to say this, when I didn't have a safe down in Florida when I retired and lost my medical records, and it's my fault that I didn't get something I was due, and it's, so tough. It's the way it goes, and I don't like that. So be better than the Kimmer was, Atlanta Safe House. Whether it's medical records or your living will, for crying out loud, financial stuff, things your kids need to say, or, just work it out for you, because Atlanta Safe House protects your rights. They're not going to give out your master reset code. And if you have a broken safe, they'll fix it. If you need a safe temporarily, they'll rent you one. They've got it all. AtlantaSafehouse.com.
Join Daniel Madelon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guest is Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labatt. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Whether your loved one's been arrested in Cherokee, Clayton, or any of the other metro Atlanta counties in between, A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
You upgrade your phone, you upgrade your wardrobe, even your lawn. So why not upgrade the part of your home that actually protects your family? Southern Exteriors specializes in roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and they're making it easier than ever before with 10% off any job or 12 months of 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I know the folks at Southern Exteriors. They show up, they do it right, and they stand behind their work. Call them today, 877-9-SOUTHERN, or visit southernexteriors.co.
This fall, the gridiron calls, which means you'll be road tripping to games across the South, and you'll need a reliable ride to get you there. And Subaru of Gwinnett has the vehicle for you. But a new car, truck, or SUV from Subaru of Gwinnett is about way more than just getting to the games. It's about getting the family home. It's about getting to work safely, but it's also about getting the most out of every adventure. If you're driven by an adventurous heart, the 2025 Subaru Outback shares your spirit with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon. Or maybe it's the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. It holds the road with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, and it holds everything you need for the tailgate. And no matter where adventure takes you, it starts on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth with the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. They'll help you find the Subaru that you'll love and be there every step of the way for everything you need. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com and let your adventurous mind run wild. Then stop in for a test drive on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth.
True Prep is celebrating 14 years with their biggest anniversary event ever. It all happens Saturday, September 27th at their Cobb Parkway location in Marietta. You'll find massive savings on dozens of items, plus free food, local vendors, and giveaways every hour from 11 to 2. And here's the big one. They're giving 30% off all used firearms and gear for one day only on September 27th. Don't miss the party, sales, food, and 30% off savings on all used firearms. Celebrate 14 years with True Prep. Get the details at trueprep.com. That's TRUprep.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
1982, a computer scientist at Carnegie Mellon University, Scott Fahlman, became the first person to use a colon, a dash, and the curvy things to make the first smiley face and sad face emoticons on the internet. 1982. And now RBM of Atlanta sponsoring Holy Crap at Sports with Pete Davis.
And now the score that really matters of the 11 stories that you should have done today.
Yes.
You have done 4 of them so far. You did one right before sports, so you just got one in under the wire.
Well, we got distracted. 4
I
tell you.
The 11. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
Braves off last night. They begin a 3-game series tonight in Detroit against the playoff-bound Tigers. The 7-10 Bryce Elder against former Braves right-hander Charlie Morton, acquired from the Orioles at the end of July. Yeah. Charlie is 9-10 this season with an ERA approaching 6.
Yeah.
Detroit is in first place in the American League Central by 3.5 games ahead of Cleveland. Braves brought up fireballing righty John Carlos Lara and sent Dane Dunning down to Gwinnett. Infielder Jonathan Ornelas designated for assignment. Now, Dodgers lefty Clayton Kershaw announced yesterday he's retiring at the end of the season. As his news conference, Clayton said this.
My last thing is my favorite Bible verse. It's whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as you're working for the Lord, not for men. It's Colossians, and that's what I try to do. Just work at it. Just work at it and love it. And so I'm really not sad. I'm really not. I'm really at peace with this. It's just emotional, and I've tried to hold it together. I told our guys not to make it weird today, because I was going to get weird if you make it weird, and here I am making it weird. So
good.
That's all I have, and just thank you everybody here that's covered me over the years. I know I'm not the most fun at times, so just thank you for putting up with me.
In the All-Star game.
That's all I have. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Well, that's cool. That's good. I like it. That's nice.
Gentlemen. Yeah. Falcons at Carolina Sunday. They've released kicker Younghoe Koo. This poor guy was left hanging for a while. So Parker Romo is the new place kicker for the time being. Cornerback A.J. Terrell officially ruled out, and tight end Kyle Pitts limited at practice this week.
Jeez.
Kirk Cousins may never see an NFL field again as a permanent starter. One NFL insider is saying he's finished after the last year and a half of just horribleness. The Athletic's James Palmer believes the 37-year-old Cousins' time in the NFL is beyond dwindling, saying there were some people around the league that I talked to that think Kirk Cousins is essentially done. I don't know if that's a universal thought or not, so it has to be the right team that doesn't think that.
Yeah. I think it's got to be over. There's no way he can do it.
No teams so far seem interested in him, despite several quarterbacks being injured already. It's only week 3. So, Washington's got a problem. We'll talk about that. Cincinnati's got a problem. Other places have problems. Nobody seems to be wanting Kirk Cousins for that money.
He'd cost him a fortune. Doesn't he come with a hell of a price tag? Is a problem.
Yeah, he's not worth the money, but maybe somebody. And bad news, Commanders fans. I don't know what's worse. That quarterback Jayden Daniels will not play against the Raiders this weekend due to a knee injury, or that serial quitter Marcus Mariota will start instead.
Oh, boy.
How is Marcus, who's been cosplaying as an NFL quarterback for years, still getting a paycheck in the NFL?
I haven't heard that name. I don't know why. Wow.
Jeez. He can throw a pass from his back lying down, though.
Yeah.
He can do that.
Well, there you go.
Jim Farnhurst, a 3-time Super Bowl champion with the 49ers, died Wednesday. He was 66. Farnhurst was a crucial member of the San Francisco dynasty back in the 80s, played linebacker for 82 games, no cause of death given.
Wow.
So we lost D.D. Lewis and Jim Farnhurst in the same week. Mohamed Sanu, former Falcons receiver who infamously blamed Lady Gaga for the Falcons blowing that 28-3 lead to the Super Bowl, has retired from football. Sanu played in the league for 10 years, steps away from the game at the age of 36. Guess what he's going to do? Guess what? He's leaving the NFL and the millions of dollars to enter the rich field of?
Probably rap music, I'm guessing. Probably.
No, you tried this too.
Oh, podcasting?
Podcasting.
Oh, my God.
That's right.
Everybody's
that always works.
Yeah. Well, hell, after 2 years, the three of us made almost $12,000 to split.
That's
it wasn't,
right.
Not a piece.
Yeah, that's right. Sanu came into the league with the Bengals, also played for the Patriots, 49ers, and Lions, as well as the Falcons. College football tonight. Iowa at Rutgers. Who you got?
Well, Iowa, big corn-fed guys, probably. I don't know. Hard to say. Iowa.
I think they're started. Last year, they got the forward pass in Iowa. So I think they started.
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
I did count. I was watching a game a couple of weeks ago, and I think there was one African-American on their offense.
Oh, well, then they're screwed.
Yeah. They ain't got a chance.
Yeah, black guys go long on 2. Ready?
Seriously, I mean, come on. You got to have more brothers on the offense, at least.
Brothers go to the post on 3. Ready?
Tulsa visits Oklahoma State, and Columbia at Lafayette. We are here. Columbia, Lafayette. Who you got?
Wow, I got to go Columbia. Sail the wind of the ocean, or whatever the Columbia song is.
Okay. Quarterback Lenore Sellers probable for South Carolina at Missouri tomorrow. That's good news, and even better news following the scary collapse at his son's football game Wednesday night. Former Gamecocks great quarterback Connor Shaw stable, awake, and coherent at a Greenville hospital.
Yeah, I saw it was his son's practice, and he just dropped.
Yeah, he's a young man, too.
Yeah,
he's 30,
was he 34 or something like that?
I think something like that, yeah.
Wow.
The latest recruit on Deion Sanders' roster weighs in at, get this, 700 pounds.
Oh, you've got... I wonder what position he'll play.
Runs the 40-yard dash as fast as she wants.
Oh, 700. Oh, it was at Buffalo, New Buffalo. I got you.
That's right.
Very
the new
funny.
Colorado Live bus.
Very funny, mister.
Folsom Field tomorrow night against Wyoming. She's officially named Ralphie the 7th. They'll come up with a nickname for her at some point after her first run. The running of the Buffalo must-see event at the school for 58 years. The 1-year-old Bison steps in for Ralphie the 6th, who went into retirement before the start of the season after showing little enthusiasm toward making the gallop around the field.
Yeah, I'm really tired of it. This again.
Ralphie 6, named Ember, has been retired to a farm upstate to play with his friends.
Oh. By the way, is it amazing or not that I actually believed that you were never got to tell me about a 700-pound football player who was on the team at University of Colorado.
You were going for it.
I sucked right into there.
By the way, the farm upstate is called Ted's Montana Grill.
Yes, it is, apparently. I ate one last week there, I think, by mistake.
The newest member of Sanders' squad is definitely not indifferent to running, the school says. I've eaten at Ted's Montana Grill.
I don't think I've ever been there. I don't think I've ever had Ted Montana's Grill food. I don't think ever.
Yeah.
Huh.
Cute waitresses, too.
Okay, I'll
Today
go
in
there.
sports history, September 19th, 1973. The Braves' Davey Johnson hits his 43rd homer, 42nd as a second baseman, tying whose record for most home runs at the position?
Let's see. Saying to Evers to Chance. Probably Chance. Mr. Chance.
About that era, though.
Yeah. I'll bet. I can't remember who the second baseman would have been.
Rogers Hornsby.
Rogers Hornsby. There you go. Of course.
And Davey hit it off Andy Messersmith.
Yeah. And I was watching. In fact, I think I was at that game. I remember when he tied the record at 42. Which I thought he set it at 42. But that was back when there were maybe 4,000 people in the stands too, in the early 70s until Hank Aaron got
I
close.
was there for one. He hit to left field. I remember it was a line drive.
Yeah,
he was smacking.
Yeah, second baseman.
2021. Eddie Rosario hit for the cycle in support of Max Fried's pitching to lead the Braves to a 3-0 win over the Giants. He accomplished his feat barely a month after teammate Freddie Freeman did so August 18th, and I think he did it on 4 pitches or 5 pitches, something like that.
Yeah.
It was very quick when he did that. 1939. Elmer Gedeon, a September call-up, collects all 3 Major League hits of his 5-game career in the Senators' 10-9 victory over the Indians at Griffith Stadium. The Washington starting center fielder will become the first of 2 Major Leaguers killed in World War II when the real Nazis shot down his plane over France in 1944.
Wow.
1955, after sitting on a flagpole since June 23rd, let me remind you, it's September 19th at this point.
Yeah.
Bill Sherman leaves his perch after deciding he could not keep his promise to sit there until the Braves won 7 straight games. Milwaukee will win 6 straight games on 3 occasions, but will not get the elusive 7th victory after 89 days of sitting on a flagpole.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think he realized it was starting to get cold in Milwaukee. It was time to come down.
Plus, when he realized what he's going to have to do with that bucket.
How did he? Yeah, how did he?
Wait a minute, you mean
flagpole? Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, it was yikes.
All right. 1968, Denny McClain gets his 31st victory, the most in the American League since 1931, when Lefty Grove finished with a 31-4 record with the Philadelphia A's. However, the fans are likely going to remember the Tiger Stadium contest more for Mickey Mantle's 535th home run, surpassing Jimmy Fox, 2 X's, on the all-time home run list on a pitch allegedly grooved by the Detroit starter.
Oh, to let him hit
also
it
known
out.
for gambling.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he went to prison for that. I mean, he lost everything because of Denny McClain did for that. Yeah.
1976, Braves owner Ted Turner promotes Bill Lucas to vice president of player personnel, which assumes the responsibilities of the general manager, with Ted retaining the official title. The former minor leaguer, Bill Lucas, becomes the first black man to run a major league franchise. Not Philadelphia, not New York, not L.A., not the Dodgers, Atlanta.
Not Boston.
Nearly 3 decades after Jackie Robinson broke the color line, it was the Atlanta Braves that did that. And unfortunately, Bill Lucas died of a heart attack at a very young age.
Wow. Yeah.
Was doing a good job, I thought. 2010, a piece of wood from Wellington Castillo's shattered maple bat punctures Tyler Colvin's chest, the runner on third base. The Cubs rookie outfitter, who will not play another game that season, scored on his teammate's double, but leaves the game in the bottom half of the inning to be taken to the hospital.
Wow. Ooh.
Almost died.
Yeah. Brutal.
Their sport.
Well, not quite. I have an observation I was looking for something while I was going through after 8 o'clock. I'm getting stuff for the next day, show and doing stuff. And while I tried to find some baseball to have in the background while I was doing my work. And so there was a Yankees game on. So I turned on the Yankees game, and Max Fried was pitching. Max Fried, who's 35 or 6 or 7 or 38 or something like that.
Old.
Well, he's
not that old.
Okay, but he used to, we used to Max Fried struck out 11 batters on 4 different pitches.
Yeah. Wow. We could have used him this year, don't you think?
He looked unbelievable. I mean, and he was his fastball was 96. or better, and he still had his split and his change up and his slide. I mean, it was unbelievable. 4 different pitches, 11 different strikeouts.
It probably would have still been a bad year for the Braves had he still been on the team, but it certainly wouldn't be as bad, I believe.
And one last thing here. Let's see. On this day in 1988, Greg Louganis banged his head on a springboard in the diving preliminaries at the Seoul Olympics in 88, and he forgot to tell the doctor who fixed his bloody gash that he had AIDS, unfortunately.
Oh, well, let's ask the swim coach there. If someone has a problem, do they have to tell you before they get in the pool, or like if they're sick or something?
Is that a thing at all, Chris? That you have to check medical things before they go swimming with you or anything like that?
Not for just like general swimming, but as any event, all doctors involved in the event should get paperwork telling of any diseases or allergies that athletes have to have if it's up to that level of,
right, gotcha,
AIDS or anything like that.
And again, and Chris's swim team club thing is MAAC. They call it MAC, right? Correct?
Yeah, they're the Mac Daddies.
The Mac Daddy, baby. 5:32, Kimmer Pete and Christopher Flounder for the rest of the day, and Oorah Semper Fi, and your calls too till 6 o'clock. Look out, here we go.
Did you miss Neil Borts?
I am shocked.
Don't worry. He's live anytime on the XTRA 106.3 app.
Oh, that radio show.
Did traffic cause you to miss some of the Kimmer Show? Get it on the app.
It's all the kids talk about on Monday at school.
With anytime show replays from the Kimmer, Borts, The Morning Extra, Clay and Buck, and so much more. Plus local headlines and breaking news. Grab the XTRA 106.3 app now and start streaming.
I'm Pete Davis, and pro and college football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. And the best part, you can play right now, right here in Georgia. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher on touchdowns, passing yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can start with as little as $1. Cowboys at the Bears Sunday. I believe C.D. Lamb will go higher on his receiving yards projections. And the Bengals visiting the Vikings. I got Jamar Chase getting no rushing or receiving touchdowns, mainly because Jake Browning is his quarterback now. So he'll be lower on his projection. It's simple, it's fun, and it keeps me locked into every play. Download the app today and sign up with promo code 1063 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code 1063 for $50 in bonus funds. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. You can be next. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Georgia. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
September is Fan Appreciation Month at Truist Park, and you don't want to miss out on the fun coming up. The Washington Nationals battle your Braves September 22nd through the 24th, presented by OnX Hunt. On September 22nd, the first 15,000 fans in attendance will receive a Ronald Acuna Jr. red carpet bobblehead presented by Truist. And then on September 23rd, it's Los Bravos Night, powered by Georgia Power. Make sure to arrive early to enjoy a live salsa band and dancing, an on-field presentation recognizing Hispanic players and coaches, and so much more fun. Tickets start at just $7. And the 2025 regular season concludes with the Pittsburgh Pirates in town, September 26th through the 28th. The weekend includes a Kids Club Appreciation Party on Sunday featuring free face painting, special appearances, and so much more. Visit Braves.com/promos to find all the details and to purchase your tickets. Atlanta Braves Baseball, we are Braves Country.
Welcome to Willie's Wings, home of the secret sauce.
I'll take a dozen wings. Oh, by the way, I love that sauce. What's in it?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
It's a secret.
While many financial advisors claim to have the secret sauce, they don't. In fact, if their sauce is so good, why are they keeping it a secret? Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement doesn't keep anything a secret. He knows there's much more to retirement planning than stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Evan will develop a strategy designed specifically for you. It's your own secret sauce for retirement. Call Evan Ward at Atlas Retirement to schedule your personal portfolio x-ray today. Call 678-252-5224. That's 678-252-5224. Or online at atlasretirement.net.
Fine, you want to know what's in the sauce?
Absolutely.
Tablespoon of paprika.
Really?
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Calling all contractors. This is Devin Stovall of Stovall & Company, and we're here for you. We're a third-generation, family-owned and operated company for 75 years and just opened our 11th location in Canton on 9500 Union Hill Road. We're proud to provide your wholesale irrigation, nursery, and landscape supply needs. How do you envision your dream outdoor space for you or your customers? We're here to fulfill them all. We all take pride in special requests and shipping right to your job site. Here at Stovall, we have it all. Check us out at StovallINC.com.
Hey, it's Los. We're here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, I'm looking for a reliable vehicle, something for the family, but also for my daughter who's going to be driving soon. Why should I call you?
The main thing is you get to see it's a full transparency sale. What I like to do is show you the whole gamut, show you everything that's out there and everything that's available. I can get any make, any year, any model.
Financing. If I need to use it, what can you offer?
We have some of the best banks available, and we got rates starting at 4.99 from a 23 model and above. It could be a 14 model. We still have banks that will do all the financing for you at good rates in their primary banks. If you have credit issues, we still have banks that can accommodate those issues as well.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
An investment in your home is something that will pay off in the future, but it's something that you can enjoy right now. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. A beautiful new garage door, entry doors, and windows are an investment you can love every day, and they will increase your home's value, energy efficiency, and curb appeal. All Four Seasons, trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years, exceptional customer service, and high-quality work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garage. From
the latest breaking news to the conservative voices you know and trust, your best new follow on social media is XTRA 106.3. We're at XTRA 106.3 on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and LinkedIn, and pretty much any social media you scroll through every day. And we drop exclusive giveaways, new daily content, and the latest breaking news from Georgia and across this great nation. Interact with your favorite Extra personalities. Get the latest on our live events and so much more. Follow at XTRA 106.3 across all your social media and keep up with Atlanta's only conservative voice.
Yeah, here we go. Diana Ross. This day, 1970, 3 weeks she began #1 run on the singles chart with Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Her first solo #1 since she left the Supremes. And this became #6 hit in Britain. Diana Ross, 1970 #1. Play just 10 seconds. Here we go. Well, just heard you screaming. Never mind. Phone calls take priority. Kim or Pete, Chris in for Flounder till 6, filling in as Flounder's helping family type stuff, which is very sweet. Joe, you're on the radio. Happy Job Friday there, Joe. What's going on?
Oh, I just want to let you know, you talked about Davey Johnson hitting 42 home runs in 73.
Yeah.
The Braves set a record that year. They had 3 players hit more than 40 home runs in one season.
That's right. In fact, I know Pete Davis knows the answer to the 3 of them. Do you know who they were?
Oh, I know exactly who the artist. Pete say it.
Who were? No, I want you to say it. Who? We'll give you all the credit. Who were they? Pete knows this. I know. So who were they, Joe?
Well, one of them was Darrell Evans, third baseman, nicknamed Howdy Doody, and the other one was Hank Aaron.
There you go. Howdy Doody, man. I don't think I've heard that in 20 years or whatever. Oh my God.
He looked like Howdy Doody.
Yeah. Or 50. Oh my God, it was 70. Yeah, that's 52 years ago. That can't be right. Oh my God. Holy smokes. Wow. 52 years ago.
Now Daryl's the only one.
Wow. Hey, Joe, thanks for the memories, man. That's a great little bit of baseball trivia. Thanks. You're very kind. Kara Pete Flounder is off, and he had to leave to do some stuff for his family stuff. Chris is in here filling us. A quick birthday thing. I used to love this girl on Saturday Night Live, Cherry O'Terry.
She's 63 today. Sherry O'Terry. In fact, I was going to try to have Flounder, and when he was here, try to get a bit of hers where she does her Barbara Wawa invitation from Saturday Night Live. That was one of the funniest bits I've ever heard on television with Sherry O'Terry when she would pretend to be Barbara Walters. And I remember she did one bit, and I tried. They won't let us play it because of copyright stuff. So I tried to have download it, and they won't let us do it. But one of her bits was she was talking about the time that they found out she was pretending to be Barbara Walters, and she said, when that Hugh Downs came in, man, I rode him like a buffalo into the... I'm like, oh my God. I mean, just hysterical, funny stuff. Sherry O'Terry. And her birthday, one of the cheerleaders on Saturday Night Live. Kristen Wiig had a great career, and Sherry O'Terry did not. But by the way, Tracy Morgan once said, that biatch can't even get arrested. He did not like Sherry O'Terry. I thought she was great. And she did one of the cheerleader thing with, what's his name, the guy there. And on this day in history, in fact, this was on the music list earlier. We didn't get a chance to play it. On this day in history, in 1973, 26-year-old musician Graham Parsons dies of multiple drug use, later to be found to be morphine and tequila, in a California motel room. His death inspired one of the more bizarre automobile-related crimes in history. His music helped define country rock, influenced everybody from the Rolling Stones to Wilco. He struggled with drugs and alcohol, unhappy childhood, mother and father poisoning, dying. That was horrible. He graduated from high school and his mother died. Dropped out of Harvard, went to California, played for the Byrds on their album Sweetheart of the Rodeo, the Flying Burrito Brothers, and released 2 celebrated solo albums with then backup unknown Emmylou Harris singing backup. Parsons made a drunken pact at a friend's funeral a few months before he died. He said his friend, the road manager Phil Kaufman, if anything happens to either one of us, the other guy would take his body to the Joshua Tree and cremate it. So when Parsons died of an overdose, Kaufman and a roadie named Michael Martin met his coffin at the L.A. airport for complicated reasons involving a disputed inheritance. His stepfather had arranged for it to be flown to Louisiana for a private funeral. They used a borrowed hearse with broken windows and no license plates belonging to Martin's girlfriend, who used it to carry tents and gear for camping trips. They convinced the airport somehow that they were legit and that Parsons' family changed its mind about the flight, so they loaded his coffin into their fake funeral car, drove 200 miles to the Mojave Desert, stopping along the way to fill up a 5-gallon tin can with gasoline, drove into a Joshua Tree, dragged the coffin to the foot of the majestic Cap Rock, doused it with gasoline, and set it on fire. And they were caught, and they went to jail for it for a little bit, but anyway, they made a pact. And he carried it out. So they stole the body, drove it hundreds of miles, and set it on fire. So I don't know why that's so freaking cool.
Did you ever see the movie S.O.B. by Blake Edwards?
No, I didn't.
There were some Hollywood guys, and they had a pact of one of them died, he wanted a Viking funeral, so they sent him off like in Santa Monica Bay.
Oh, right, on a big boat.
Put it on fire.
I love it. 544, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and we still got a whole bunch of stuff coming up here, including the latest on Charlie, what's his face there, and Jimmy Pimple Boy. But first, we got Pete got games for us to see Kimmer loses again. See how many times the chances I get this time. What do you got there, sir?
Charlie, what's his face?
I know. I was trying to think of. I got a new name for Jimmy Kimball. I've been calling him Kimby Pimple, and I got it mixed up because I attributed to Charlie Kirk. So anyway, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's funny. They didn't take Jimmy Kimmel off social media, but they did Trump.
Yeah,
they
unbelievable.
didn't put Jimmy Kimmel in jail like they did Trump. They didn't shoot Jimmy Kimmel like they did Trump and murder Charlie Kirk by shooting him. All they did was fire him.
Yeah.
So
in fact,
enough with the tears.
In fact, do you still have that comment? I'm going to talk about the one about the people reacting to Charlie Kirk. Remember the thing you read about the leftist?
I don't think I still have
Okay,
it.
all right. We'll go. Anyway, coming on. Here we got a little game.
All right.
What do you got?
This is a short little game between you and Chris. Basically, I have the 10 coldest towns in America.
Oh, wow.
Just name me one of the 10 coldest towns in America. Chris, you're first.
Go with Buffalo, New York.
No, Buffalo, New York is
not.
not.
My gosh.
No.
Minneapolis.
No, Minneapolis
I do
is
not believe that.
Green Bay.
No, Green Bay is not.
Anchorage.
No, not one of the top 10. No, not one of the top 10. Chris, ball's in your court.
Juneau.
No, Juneau is not. That's strike 3 for Chris. How about you, Kimmer?
Grand Rapids.
Number 4.
Be damned.
No, Grand Rapids. No, Grand Rapids is not. I'm just kidding. No, it's not. Strike 3. All right, Chris, your turn. We're in overtime now.
I have heard of the coldest town, and I know it's somewhere in Minnesota. I just can't remember the name of it. Let's go St. Paul.
St. Paul, no, not St. Paul.
Didn't think so.
Nope. Kimmer?
Well, let's see. Fargo.
Fargo, North Dakota is -2 degrees. Number 5. Kimmer actually wins.
I can't believe it.
Dang,
Chris,
first love.
Chris, you're never going to live this down. I'm so sorry. Flounder's going to... Oh, God. I've never won a game, ever.
He's never won?
Never.
All right, number 10, Laramie, Wyoming. Number 9, St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Yeah, St. Cloud.
Number 8, Holton, Maine.
Yeah.
Number 7, Caribou, Maine.
Yeah.
Number 6, Duluth, Minnesota. Number 4, Grand Forks, North Dakota.
There you go.
Number 3, this is a city you were thinking of, Chris, International Falls, Minnesota.
Another one.
Not -14. Number 2, Fairbanks, Alaska, -16. And number 1, coldest town in America, Barrow, Alaska, up there by the Arctic Circle or north of it, -20 degrees.
Yeah, I should have known that. Barrel, that's
average.
Right. Cool. Excellent. Well, that was kind of bizarre. 5:47 already. Holy cow. Kevin Pete and Flounder. 404-741-1230. If you would like to join us. I missed a couple of birthdays. Joan London is 75. The woman who wants to put your mother in a home. It's incredible. Get your mother to a home, whether you like it or not, lady. Joan London, 75. The former, what was it, Good Morning America? What was the show was in? Was that it? Yeah. And Twiggy. Remember the model Twiggy? The little teeny, little skinny little... Twiggy is 76 today.
Carnaby Street.
Anyway, Kimmer Pete and Chris in for Flounder. 5:47, and coming up, wrapping up your thing. Oh, wait to hear about the lady who wants to keep a license plate supporting, what people are going to be upset about concerning terrorist organizations on your license plate. Coming up with that more, and it's Cheeseburger, the best ones in the country. One is right here.
No Coke, Pepsi.
No Coke, Pepsi, no Coke. Anyway, Kimmer Pete and Chris for Flounder.
Cheeseburger.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the XTRA 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new XTRA 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Hey, it's Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Kawasaki. As sports season heats up, make sure your equipment runs like a pro with genuine Kawasaki parts from Howard Brothers. Whether you're tuning your outdoor gear, putting on new blades, or swapping out filters, Kawasaki parts deliver the performance and reliability you need to stay ahead of the game. This season, keep your machines running strong with Kawasaki parts, because in the game of maintenance, quality parts make all the difference. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Kawasaki and Howard Brothers.
Fall is here, football is back, and so is the perfect time to celebrate with something unforgettable. From September 15th through the 21st, enjoy up to 60% off all bridal and fine jewelry in store during our big Percentage Week sale. As proud partners of the Georgia Bulldogs and Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, we know what it means to shine on game day and every day. But hurry, once an item is gone, it's gone. Visit any of our 3 locations, Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg, or book your private appointment now at SolomonBrothers.com for the best selection and service. Family owned, trusted for generations, and home to Georgia's largest selection of fine jewelry. Solomon Brothers Jewelers. Luxury, value, legacy. We will run out of the hottest items. Do book your appointment early and don't miss the Percentage Week, September 15th through 21st only. Solomon Brothers, where Georgia celebrates luxury, value, and legacy.
You protect your physical health by choosing your doctors carefully. Protect your financial health by choosing an attorney carefully. An accident can be very costly. You want to receive the compensation you deserve. Call Van Sant Law. My friend David Van Sant will take care of you, trust me, very well. The number is 855-GA-INJURY. The website is vansantlaw.com. In the event of an accident, it could be the most important phone call you make.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Kimmer here. You know, there's a lot of companies out there talking about windows and siding. Well, let me narrow the list for you. Peach State Windows. I first worked with Jeff, the owner, and his wife 25 years ago. Family business, top-grade, energy-efficient windows, custom fit perfectly, deals on siding. Oh, my, like I had Hardy Plank to be just right for your home. Peach State Windows, but so much more. Roof issues? No problem. How about entry doors? Yep, their pros make those just right, too. Financing, no money down, 770-485-8011 or peachstatewindows.com. It's the twist. Look out. I remember the first time my friends and I saw our parents doing the twist. Oh, my God. Trying to be cool, you know, with the young folks. It goes like this, the twist. Holy smokes. And, of course, the girls were always better at it than the guys. 1960, former chicken plucker, Chubby Checker. Number 1 of the singles chart with a twist. Made number 14 in Britain in 1962. A version with the Fat Boys made number 2 in Britain in 1988. 28 years later. Chubby Checker. Holy smokes. A couple of quick birthdays. Let's see. Trisha Yearwood today. Birthday, Mrs. Garth Brooks. Trisha Yearwood is 61. And Tegan and Sarah, the two twin singing girls, Tegan and Sarah, are 45 years old today. And on this day in history, a little musical history thing, a U.S. Senate committee on this day in 1985, 40 years ago, heard testimony on the labeling and rating of music with explicit lyrics, initiated by Tipper Gore, Al Gore's wife, Tipper. The list was the 15 most objectionable songs called the Filthy 15. The songs included Prince's Darling Nikki. Never heard of it. You know anything about that song?
Oh, yeah, it's on Purple Rain. Oh, yeah.
Is that Chris, you ever heard of that? Do you know that song? You know anything about Prince, Purple, Nikki, Darling Nikki?
I don't know that one.
Okay. How about Sheena Easton's Sugar Walls? Well, oh, my God. Is that
Prince song. Prince wrote that song.
The Darling
you know
Nikki.
What it's about, too.
Sugar Walls or the other one? Sugar Wall. I can only imagine. Is that what I think it is?
Well, Darling Nikki was about meeting a girl who was playing with herself in the hotel lobby.
Always a good sign, by the way.
And Sugar Walls is exactly what you
thought. Yeah, you should always stop and talk to those girls. You know, just see if they can help. If there's anything, you know, how you doing?
Give them a hand.
A little hand, or just, you know, help them out. Twisted Sisters, we're not going to take it. We're not going to take that. Is that what that means?
Video?
Oh my God! Is that what that meant?
No. Who was in the video though?
I don't know.
Niedermeyer.
Oh, God. He's a sneaky little bastard. Have him do it.
Is that a pledge pin?
On your uniform? Oh, God. And one more song on the Filthy 15 of lyrics that were bad, they say, was Cyndi Lauper's She Bop. Never heard that one either. Anyway, just for the record. Like I mentioned this when you never got to it. There's
before you get there, we got Susan on the phone.
Oh, every Friday, Susan, I think. Hey, Doll, how you doing? What's going on?
Hey, happy Friday. So just a very concise little snippet to sum up the liberal left and their outrage over the so-called First Amendment. The quote is, if you think people should be shot for their opinions, don't get upset when you get fired for yours.
Boy, that's perfect.
Isn't that good?
Yep. These people are now suddenly in favor of free speech after they were the ones who tried to block everybody's speech of things they didn't like over the last administration. Plus, when, we all know the stories. And by the way, this is not an issue of free speech. It's an issue of free enterprise. His boss fired him. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's called capitalism. Yeah, so I thought you guys would enjoy that. It's just two sentences that sums it up to me.
I love it. Thank you, Susan, and hi to Kelly. Thank you, Swab. Always a pleasure. Thanks. Thank you so much. Thanks, babe. 5:56. I love that lady. It's a National Cheeseburger Day was yesterday, and there's somebody did a survey, and I got it right here. If I could only figure out what it was. Chowhound has ranked the 5 best fast food cheeseburgers in America.
All right.
The best fast food cheeseburgers. Number 5 is, believe it or not, McDonald's Quarter Pounder with cheese. And by the way, I used to love those. You know why? Because the first bite is juicy and tangy and beef fat. I mean, you can taste the beef fat, and the roll is good. I love those quarter pounders with cheese. I've always loved them. I haven't had one in years and years, but number 4, best fast food cheeseburger, Our Burger from Wahlburgers. I think that's a Midwest thing. I don't know.
Wahlburgers was down the street there, and it closed.
Mark Wahlberg and his brothers did that one. Okay.
It was okay.
Yeah. Number 3, best fast food cheeseburger from Five Guys. Famous chain. Number 1 is Culver's Butter Burger, Midwestern place. Never heard of that.
No, there's Culver's in Atlanta.
Is it? I've never seen him.
Yeah, Cumming has one,
I've been to Cumming a long time.
They're very scarce outside the Midwest.
Anyway, and on this list, the number 2 best cheeseburger in America, Shake Shack. And they're right here. The headquarters is going right here. They should bring us cheeseburgers. Anyway, what a great idea.
Every day.
Yeah. Anyway, Chris, one more Flounders Funny here for Let It Rip Friday.
The flight attendants will never admit you're going to miss the connection. I told her, I was like, I'm not going to make this. She goes, trust me. I said, all right. So we land in Philly at gate B2. My connection, F32. On my phone, it says we're boarding. So I just held up the phone to show her. She looks at me and she goes, run. Now I'm that lunatic sprinting through the airport. You've seen that guy. You know it's hopeless.
OJ.
I get there just as the door is shutting, and I scream out of breath, please don't shut the door. She looks right at me. I'm so sorry. I said, I really need to get on that flight. And she goes, there's nothing that can be done now that the door is shut. I said, it was you who shut it, though, please. I get on the next flight by an eyelash. I should be grateful, but I'm in the last row middle seat. That's all they had. I'm fuming. I start pounding Bloody Marys. Then I start drinking whiskey. Before I know it, I'm pretty drunk. And I tweet something along the lines of American Airlines, decent airline, didn't appreciate being called Jew boy. I get an email 3 days later. We take claims like this very seriously. We've conducted an internal investigation. In the meantime, please enjoy 7,500 bonus points. Which, sure, I made up the Jew boy thing, but still, 7,500 points for a word that harmful feels like a slap in the face. So I just picture them in the boardroom like the N-word is worth 25,000. Jew boy, you have to start low because they will haggle with you. So,
Who's that, Chris?
That's Sam Morril.
Again, Sam Morril. Very clever. Anyway, Chris, you got plans for the weekend? Big stuff?
No, I'll just be here working.
All righty. And now, Pete Davis and the Mountain of Macon girls up there, your little friend and all the truth. Say hi for the Kiver. And Christine, in the meantime, baby, sing me home. I gotta go. You're killing me. Look out, Herb. Have a good one. Stand by, Herb.
This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station. Locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the...
There could be a government shutdown. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. President Trump with that prediction a short time ago after the Senate failed to pass a short-term spending bill that will keep things open through the end of the month.
We need 60 votes. That means we need Democrat votes. I want to thank Senator John Fetterman, who wants to keep the country open.